well, hey there. Hey there, how's everyone doing out there in the chat there, eh? This is a weird, janky frickin' stream, but I hope you can hear me okay, and I'm real excited for a chill frickin' stream. How are you all doing? How's it going, Mitchell? How's it going, Ryan? How's it going, Salami? Chase? Oh, this is weird without a camera. I can barely tell I'm even, like, talking. Oh, this is gonna take some getting used to. Hello, Austin, Connor, Chief, Osmium, Creative, Jesse, Randity, Adrian. Oh, what is up? Oh, hello, Aldor, Jordan, Gage, Zladdle, Stragaku, I like that name. Loot, Oberon, Evil, Jennifer, Abandonment, Sex Evil Gay, Zach, Flying Muffin, Computer King, Butterlegs, Caleb, oh man, it's going nice, just fast enough that I can keep up with it. Daniel, Hawk, Stans, Joe, Russ, Daniel again, Gabriel again. What's up, everybody? What's up? Oh, my mistake. I should get on screen, shouldn't I? Hey. Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? You guys look great today. You guys, just looking at you, all your different colors, chilling. Daniel, I look different today? What do you mean? Is there something on my face? Did I do something with my hair? Oh, I'm so happy right now. I'm so freaking happy. I've never looked better? Thank you, Chase. Looking a little flat. I didn't do any makeup today, Tim, so this is all natural. Cut your hair? No, I didn't cut your hair. I've already seen like 6 Canadian jokes. New shoes. I did get new shoes, Caleb. Thank you for noticing. Oh, working out. I have been working out, actually. My physical therapist has been giving me some great core exercises. Officially your favorite VTuber. Let's go. Say poutine? I don't know. I like poutine. It's fine. A little overrated. You guys want to see something, like, terrifying? Would you like some nightmares? Or should I save the nightmares? Maybe I'll save the nightmares for later. I'll save the nightmares for when you deserve it. For when you deserve the nightmares. Oh, man. And also, I saw someone ask if it's too late to submit questions. There was no submitting questions ahead of time. This is a live Q&A. I'll be picking questions out of the chat here. If you have something you really desperately need answered, you can feel free to super chat or tip it. That's a really easy way to make sure I see it, because it comes up in like a big colorful box. And just for this stream, I don't know, maybe we'll keep it going forward, but just so you know, there's something special that happens if you ever tip or super chat. Oh, turn on the music? Sure. There's something special that happens if you ever tip or super chat exactly $5. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna spoil anything else. Exactly $5. How's your back? It's okay. It's kind of consistent right now, which isn't a good sign. How much we gotta pay for extra poses? We'll see. You know, I have some extra poses, but I'm saving them for special. Running your first game soon? Let's go. Do you have a Discord channel where you can ask questions about Pathfinder 2E? Yeah, Peter, in the description of all my videos, and hopefully of this stream, there should be a link to my Discord. Is there not a Discord link in the description? There's not a Discord link? Oh, yeah, there is. Never mind, I'm stupid. There is a Discord link in the... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We have a $5 donation. I dropped 80 cents.
Hello, I like money.
Chat. Oh, yeah. It's all coming together. Hey there. Thanks for tipping for Grunk time.
I like money.
What
Welcome.
happens?
Oh, everybody.
To know.
Everybody's so excited for Gronk to take over the stream.
Hello, I like
Welcome,
money.
everybody,
I got 80
to the
cents
stream
soups.
where we're gonna talk about Pathfinder.
Hello, I like money.
Good.
What is
Good.
one
Please.
character concept you
Please,
really
$5.
want to play as a player and
5
not a
minutes of Gronk.
GM?
It's a damn fine deal, if I do say so myself. Some would agree with you, Ryan. This is the greatest moment in YouTube history.
Hello,
Ladies and gentlemen,
I like money.
So like,
welcome to
what's going on with you and
Gronkfinder
the lizard
2E.
guy?
I'm here to answer all of your questions about Pathfinder. You know, Pathfinder. The finder for paths. The path specifically made to be found. That Pathfinder. Yeah, I'm already in Gronk mode until 12:15. I'm already in Gronk mode. We've got, honestly, that's technically 4. No, wait, that's 5 $5 donations. Dear God, that's 25 minutes of Gronk. Say, Egg Beater. Egg Beater, where's your wheelchair ramp? Welcome, Canal. Welcome to Gronk Finder. Also, somebody did ask, what's going on with
I
you?
like money.
Favorite variant rule.
I will
homebrew
get to
rule,
that
and
question,
rule your
but
groups
someone else-
often ignore.
Oh, right. Q&A. I'm here to answer questions from chat. You know, the questions asked by chat. The questions specifically asked by chat for me to answer. Those questions. I hope you can hear me okay, by the way. I'm in the middle of my bed. That's not meant to be like an innuendo or anything. It's just true. So, let's start catching up on these questions. What's one character concept you really want to play as a player and not a GM? Well, I really want to make an alchemist. I want to make a healer as alchemist, and for a while, the most exciting concept I couldn't wait to play was, well, you see, I wanted to play using the new healing shot, the alchemical ammunition, but honestly, it's kinda garbage. It's really unfortunate. It doesn't heal very much, it's hard to make, and overall, it's kinda poopy. You could be an alchemist and then you could make a lot of ammunition, but the problem there is you're not proficient in firearms. Plus, you still gotta hit the AC of the target. So, there's a lot of issues with Life Shot. So, otherwise, my next character concept will probably be an arcane or eldritch trickster, whatever it's called. I want to be able to sneak attack with my cantrips. Goose Skull will never see it coming. Gronk does this. Thank you, General Knight. I've often been compared to Patrick Warburton. People think he should play me in movies. Osmium nerd. What's going on with you and the lizard guy? Look, what happens between me and you, Hiss, stays behind closed doors. And on Twitter. If you're ever curious, there should be a link in the description to my Twitter. Please tell me there's a link in the description for my Twitter. There it is. Good. If you ever want to see artwork and incredibly gay flirting, check out my Twitter. Favorite variant rule. Honestly, favorite variant rule's probably free archetype. It's just no contest, you know? It just makes the game so much wider. Oh, hello, dog. I wish I could show you on camera. Interestingly enough, because the camera's not on, my dog's far more comfortable being near me on stream. Funny. Favorite homebrew rule. Ooh, favorite homebrew rule. That's a harder one. The rule we always ignore is firing into combat, granting cover. We hate having to deal with the idea of cover with your allies. Screw that.
Hello, I like
Think
money.
$10
Do you
either
have any
crucifix.
advice for a GM new to PF2E running a play by
As for my
game?
favorite
I am trying to
homebrew
run
rule,
abomination vaults.
that's a toughie. It's hard because I don't think of many homebrew rules. I haven't written down my homebrew rules, so they're just kind of there. I'll get back to you on that one. Let me answer Crucifix first. You have any advice for a JM new to BF2E, running a play-by-post game, trying to run abomination vaults? That's gonna be tough in a play-by-post. Lower it again? Lower it again. Yeah, I got you. Music, down even a little bit more. So, play-by-posts are gonna be tough, because I feel like a play-by-post really benefits from heavy roleplay. You see what I'm talking about here? You see what I'm saying? Picking up what I'm putting down? If you're trying to do combat in a play-by-post, it's gonna be a little bit messy. It's not gonna be quite as perfect as you're hoping for. It's gonna take a long time. If you want to replace a lot of the combat encounters in Abomination Vaults with roleplay encounters, or really exemplify that any fight can be avoided, you might have a decent enough time with it. But if you're strictly playing by post and only doing combat and text, you're gonna have a bad time. Don't worry everybody. There's only 18 more minutes of Gronk time. How would you personally build a necromancer? Well, I would just make a necromancy school-based wizard and take the archetype from Book of the Dead. Book of the Dead has... No, it wasn't even an archetype, it was just some special feats. There are feats in Book of the Dead that specifically empower undead minions. So if you summon them using something like Create Undead, they're even stronger. I think it's a feat that just gives them all a +1. It's kind of insane. Gronk, do you have the poison? Which poison? Oh, you mean the poison from Cusco. The poison designed specifically for Cusco. Cusco's poison. That poison. Do Dragon Instinct Barbarians reliably proc resonant weapons? What the hell is a resonant weapon? Is that a BF1 thing? That might be a BF1 thing. Resonant weapons. Is that a thing? Resonant. This weapon can channel energy damage. Ah, conduct energy. Yeah, honestly, with conduct energy needing to be your last action having the fire trait, yeah, if you're a Dragon Instinct Barbarian and your attack while raging did fire damage, yeah, you could conduct energy. That would be completely legal. Quick question, what reward should I give sorcerers? Weapons and armor plus runes are easy, and existing upgrades for martial classes. Casters, best thing you can do for them, wands, staves, scrolls, and then just useful magic items. Especially if you give them some get out of jail free cards, you know? Give them a crystal. And then when they shatter that crystal, maybe they teleport 30 feet in one direction horizontally. That way they can use it in the heat of combat if they're about to get their face smashed in by a giant ogre with a maul, and they don't have to risk running away. You know what I mean? Get creative. Casters, definitely harder to get gear for, but also more rewarding when they use it. As someone who's starting a group in Pathfinder for the first time soon, what's something I should keep in mind that most new players forget? Don't focus on the rules too much. You focus on the rules too much, you're gonna lose sight of the game. It's the easiest way to dislike the system. I know there's all those rules, and people like talking about how great those rules are, but if you focus entirely on the rules, you're gonna miss the whole point. Question for Gronk, where's Nonat? Who the hell's Nonat? Hey, I'm searching for my next Pathfinder AP. What do you recommend? If you haven't played it, Abomination Vaults. Otherwise, I don't have a whole lot of information. I always recommend the slithering, but I'm weird. No one talks about the slithering but me. And I love the slithering.
Hello.
Take that
I
out of
like
context
money.
if you want.
What is the rule regarding small allies obstructing ranged attacks?
Throw monsters at casters that have higher AC but lower will save. That's a fun way to do it. It's a fun way to make your casters feel a little more potent. Oh god, my dog found a squeaky toy. Squeak, squeaker, squeakinson. Squeakin', squeakin', squeak, squonk. Who's not listening? She doesn't speak chipmunk. Sorry about that, folks. Dan Cohen with the $5. Thank you. What's the rule regarding small allies obstructing ranged attacks? My target and I are medium or larger. Can I shoot over the small ally? I don't think so. I think tiny, yes. But small, no. And that's why I hate that rule. It's kind of a dumb rule. A rule that I don't really like. It's kind of dumb. Excuse me, miss. I'm trying to do a live stream for the good people, and you're getting all squeaky. How am I supposed to tell them how cover works if you're being squeaky? Okay. Honestly, the problem with cover as a system in BF2 is that cover is relative. That's literally in the book. So it's up to the GM to describe whether or not it's providing cover. So, unfortunately, it's one of those rules aren't quite clear on it. Personally, I hate the rule. I ignore it in all of my campaigns. So, there you go. Is there a good champion monk archetype combo you could recommend? Absolutely. Take a high dexterity paladin champion. And then take some monk stances. You'll have fun with it. Where was I? I got lost. Where did I go? Oh god. Oh god, I'm lost. Hello, Mojo. Live stream today, but my Pathfinder session starts at 7. You can't do both. That sounds like quitter talk! It's easy. Just cancel your session and get everyone to watch the stream instead. It's great. Also, sorry, I never said... You are being very distracted. You know that? Don't make me turn the camera on. I forgot to mention. If you look right above my glorious eyebrows, you'll see a little bar. A bar that's filled 92 out of 100. That's because we currently have 92 members here on the YouTube channel. If we can hit 100 members, we're gonna get a new emote, courtesy of Diva Dragon. And if our current members want to show off the luscious emotes they have access to, we'll be getting a new Nonat Dash emote, which will probably be like me with big money signs for eyes. It'll be great. And by me, I mean Nonat, not me. There we go. Thank you, Princess Salami. We currently have Hype. We currently have Cry. And of course, we got treats. Hey, Gronk, can you give us your best Joe Swanson impression? Oh, God, I'm terrible at doing Joe. For some reason, everybody asks me to do Joe. But, let's do it! Oh, that was terrible. I'm sorry. Bader, where's your wheelchair rep? Tiny Tiefling doing their part. Gifting a level 5 membership to Abandonment Issue. Thank you so much. One closer to a new emote. Oh, Wisdom. I'm so glad you love me. It's important to be loved. I love myself, too. I'm curious about what your thoughts are for the Lich archetype. It's poo-poo garbage. It's poo-poo stinky. You know, remember when Cusco turned into a llama? Llama's poop. It's gross. That's the Lich archetype. You want to be able to tell when someone's attacking your soul cage? You sure better wait till, like, level 16. You know a way to build a brawler that isn't a monk? Yes, fighter! With the martial artist archetype. It's great. It's fantastic. It's amazing. Oh, have you all been hearing that? Yes, I forgot. My member alert is updated. I forgot I changed the sound effect. Didn't I do it for you? When all I do is for you, Yzma. But thank you, Dragon Master, renewing your membership. 5 months. You're incredible. As a new GM, GMing for new players who have no prior experience in any TTRPG, do you have any advice to help me help them learn the game? I'll tell you what I tell everybody else. Don't let the rules get in the way of your game. Don't let the rules stop you and your group from having fun. The rules are there to facilitate the fun, but the rules are not necessarily the fun. You know what I'm saying? They're important, of course, but they're not the point. Flying bunnies! Thank you for joining the party. Didn't I do it for you? You joined Lank. Why are you Gronk? Who else would I be? If I'm not Gronk, who am I? When a tiger stands thaumaturge, proc weakness on the bleed. No, because the bleed is separate from the strike. The bleed damage is persistent, but when they take the damage from the persistent bleed, it's not part of the strike anymore. It's part of persistent bleed damage. I read the beginner box mission. I'm a bit disappointed by the lack of roleplay in it and surprised by the level up to level 2. Is it like this in most PF2 adventures? Paizo, especially at the low levels, has a habit of throwing a lot of combat at players. The beginner box adventure specifically doesn't have much roleplay because it's designed for each encounter to teach you about a different mechanic. Without spoiling exactly what they are, the first fight teaches you about attack rolls. The second fight teaches you about saving throws. Third fight might teach you about resistances and weaknesses. 4th fight teaches you about flanking. 5th fight teaches you about the danger of the environment. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm giving you right here? You see what you're picking up what I'm putting down? It's all designed to teach. Yo, Salenchi Moke, thank you so much for joining. Welcome to the party. Didn't I do it for you? What's the adventure that had the 11 encounters you talked about? Oh, that's Agents of Edgewatch. I believe it's one day. It's 11 encounters within the first, 10 pages of the book. And in one day with no rest, I think you have 8 of them. One of them's extreme. It's brutal. It's just brutal. How do I justify a universe where the players can't just topple every kingdom in the world once they go past level 10 and no kingdom would have high enough NPCs to stop them? Simple. They do. They do have high enough level NPCs to stop them. Plus, don't forget the gods are real. If Sarenrae sees your paladin and fighter go into Taldor and just start killing everybody, gods are probably going to be like, hey, how does it go unpunished? Die. How do you feel about the skeleton ancestry? I've been meaning to play with it more. I haven't done a whole lot on it. I remember I made the video about it, but that was a while back. I don't remember too many details, unfortunately. I'll have to reread it. It's a good one. I remember enjoying it a lot. I know you can bone storm. Sarenrae paladins are fun. Champions got her. I adore Sarenrae as a goddess. Yo, Zach. How's it going? What do you think about the Brawler class? I assume you're talking about Pathfinder 1st Edition, which unfortunately does not exist in Pathfinder 2nd Edition. So I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Murder the party. That's your job as a GM, right? If the party dies, you win? Easy. I win all my games, but for some reason no one wants to play with me. What's the best class to pair up with the Alchemist? I mean, if you're talking min-max mechanically, I guess. Fighter is technically the best, although it's, you don't have to. Fighter using alchemical bombs is kind of broken, because they have the insane accuracy of a fighter. But, overall, Alchemist pairs well with almost any class, just because of their wide range of consumable items. They can buff up anybody. Make an elixir to buff up your charisma and diplomacy, make you sneakier. Hell, they can make you smarter. They can even make poison. Poison for Cusco. A poison designed specifically for Cusco. Cusco's poison. That poison. I'll be honest, I did not expect anybody to say Daddy Gronk today. I'm not upset, I'm just surprised. What do you think of Weapon Siphon? Is it Weapon Siphon? What is... I've never heard of Weapon Siphon. Oh, it's from Treasure Vault. No wonder I've never heard of it. What does it do? You attach it to a melee weapon. You fit a bomb to a weapon. Oh! Oh, it's like the alchemical crossbow, but you can put it on a dagger and stab someone with acid. That's brutal. I love it. That's fantastic, yes. Please. Gronk, how would I build myself in Pathfinder? Oh, that's a great question there, Creative Burst. And thank you for pushing Gronk another 5 minutes. We still have another 14 minutes of Gronk. It's definitely not hurting my voice. It honestly kind of isn't. It's weirdly comfortable. Anyway. What's that big face about? Simon! You don't know who I am. You've hurt me. You've hurt me deep, Simon. Anyway, Creative Burst. How would I build myself in Pathfinder? I do believe someone was on the right track when they said rogue. However, have you seen my muscles? Ka-chow! No, you haven't. Because I'm very close to the camera. And I don't want to back up. Otherwise you'll see I'm just a floating head. But no, I would be a rogue. But I'd still have an 18 strength score because I'm a goddamn ruffian. But I'm still sneaky. I've still got great proficiency in stealth. If you see me walking through town, no one knows I'm there. I have my own theme song. I'd sing it for you, but I can only do it when I'm sneaking. And I'm not sneaking right now, I'm performing. But what if it isn't all coming together? Come on, Knick-Knack. You know it's all coming together. Treasure Hall has some amazing items, absolutely. Now, I wouldn't be a braggart. Nothing about me screams braggart. I love everybody. I'm no better than you. I'm just Gronk. Silly old sneaky Gronk who's gonna beat your teeth in if you don't give me the money. Sorry, here's my orders. Let's see. Actually, I have a pretty in-depth question. How would you go about handling a weapon that gives a bunch of traits? We're currently working on incorporating Monster Hunter weapons in the game. I think adding traits to a weapon is a great, unique way to upgrade it outside the rune system. You've got a dagger, maybe you give it reach. Or you give it limited reach because it has sort of an extendo thing. Sure, it steps on the toes of the inventor a little bit. But as long as you can make sure the inventor can add even more traits to their weapons, I think you can have a lot of fun with weapon design. You came in at a strange time, Billiam? No, you've come in, it's been like this most of the stream. We've added a donation incentive where every time someone donates exactly $5, it all comes together. And it extends Kronk time by 5 minutes. I'm sorry. Reach dagger, you mean a sword? Hey, swords don't have reach either. Have you come around to investigators? Being able to use intelligence as your attack stat pretty cool? I have. I absolutely have. Especially with the nutto stuff you can do with precise strike, or whatever it's called, strategic strike. It's really, really fun. Especially if you use something like a firearm. Wait until you roll a critical hit and boom! It all comes together. Stretchy dagger is blurst. I will make the stretchy ooze dagger. And I'll get Luis to draw it. I'll draw it myself. It's just made of mimic material. The mimic dagger! It's a weapon. It has reach, and when you stab with it, it stretches out with a pseudopod. It's both effective and sexy. Hello, one of the 5e converts here. Going to be GM in first session on Friday. My question, is there a reason in BF2 that ranged weapons don't allow dex to damage? I believe they wanted to bring back the use of things like the composite crossbow, and they wanted to make dexterity slightly less of a universally good stat. If you look at a system like D&D 5e or Pathfinder 1st Edition, dexterity is just better than strength in all ways. When dexterity gives you armor class, a saving throw, and damage to your weapon, and attack accuracy, there's just no reason to take strength. You know what I'm saying? So they just wanted to balance the stats out a little bit. Make everything a bit more useful. Same reason they added Recall Knowledge as an official skill action. What you just tuned into? You tuned into Gronk answering questions about Pathfinder 2nd Edition, Wolf Mist. Thank you for asking. You just wanted to see yourself on screen. Fair, Zephyr! Fair, Zephwinder. I've done that exact thing before. What's your favorite undead archetype? That's a tough one because I don't really like many of them. I don't remember most of them.
Hello.
I think the ghost is cool. Being a ghost is kind of... Does
that
that count? Does that count as $5 to extend Kronk time? It wasn't... It wasn't exactly $5, so I'll leave it up to Oberon if they want to extend Kronk time another 5 minutes. At me in chat. I remember liking the ghost. The ability to turn things incorporeal to use them was kind of cool. Gonna be playing Outlaws of Alkenstar. I want my character story to be on the run because they're over-promised and under-delivered to the point of fraud. My question is, what class is Elizabeth Holmes? I'm afraid I don't know who that is. I'm guessing they're related to Sherlock. But I'm afraid I don't know enough about her to help you. I'm sorry. Hopefully someone else in chat can help you with that one. What's my favorite? Level 2 spell. Level 2 is such an awkward range. I don't know. Scorching Ray. Scorching Ray's level 2, right? That's like the only level 2 spell I can think of. Scorching Ray 2e. Is it second level? It is. I'll say Scorching Ray. Doesn't let me make it exactly $5. I was intending to increase Kronk time. Damn it! No! Kronk for another 5 minutes. I believe that's until 12:40. Oh, I'm gonna be stuck this way forever. There ain't no party like a Kronk party, because Kronk party, well, it ends eventually. But it's a good time while it lasts. Why did BF2 drop bonds? I don't know what you're talking about. The beginner's box comes with 140 of the things. What do you think of arcane tattoos? I think they're an underused mechanic. Are you talking about the magical ones? The magic items that you put on and stuff happens. Those ones? I'm also someone building a necromancer. Most people talk about cleric, wizard, and oracles, but I'm looking at making a witch necromancer. Is it a bad idea? Nah, you should be fine. You'll be a little more focused on your own focus spells and magics, but the ability to cackle and keep your summons up in a dire situation is very useful. Elizabeth Holmes is Theranos blood girl boss. Someone mentioned her, she was like a corrupt nurse, like an angel of death style thing. That's pretty cool. I would go investigate her with the medical subclass. I can't remember what it is. Is there a questioner? Is there a website or something that takes low-level mob NPCs and increase them to higher levels? I don't believe so. The most you can do is apply the elite template on Archives of Nethys, but that only makes them go up about 1 level. Putting my players in the desert at level 1, and I'm wondering what kind of enemies they should encounter. Giant scorpions! Rabid boars! And never be afraid to go for desert goblins. Desert goblins are fun. They like to party. So while it may not end in violence, it's still good. But it could also offer a great roleplay opportunity. I love
Do you think a human precision range
Forensic medicine, thank you, Potato.
Princess
Princess Salami with $6. Thank you everybody for your donations. It's been very, very generous. Do you think a human precision ranger with a scorpion companion gravity weapon at level 1 is too overtuned? I don't think so. It's a lot of damage, sure, but not any more than like a barbarian. Giant instinct barbarian. Animal companions are really strong. They're good to have on the field in extra bodies, but remember their accuracy is a little bit subpar. They'll never quite be on the same level as a player character. They're good though. It's definitely strong. I personally believe, Gronk, personally believe that you cannot make an overtuned character at level 1. Without very specific magic items, you can't make anybody overtuned in this system. How do I donate -$5 to reduce Gronk time? If you add text-to-speech saying this is to reduce Gronk time by 5 minutes, I'll allow it. Give me an ancestry and subclass for my next society PC. Alright, hear me out. You can't play uncommon, I don't think, without very specific permission. So we're gonna go ahead and say, you want to play as a half-elf. My brain stopped working. Hold on. My brain got to half-elf and stopped. You're gonna want to play a half-elf ranger with a greatsword. Precision. If you want to take a feat, you can take an animal companion for a bit more damage. Or you could go like Monster Hunter and put some points in intelligence or wisdom. That'd be fun. What is Gronk like playing in Pathfinder 2e? Well, you see, normally I'd play a rogue, but that's so real for me. Personally, I play the Chad class of fighter. Fighter with a greatsword, please. Every day. I like greatswords. What ancestry has the best tail? Gonzi! Next question. I've been thinking on trying PF2E. I'm coming from D&D 5e, but I have no one to GM. So I need something to help get going where to start using as little money as I can. It's a bit tough. There's some Discord servers like mine in the description where there's occasionally people looking for players. Otherwise, organized play, Pathfinder Society is always looking for more players. It's actually hilarious that they have a problem of too many GMs, not enough players, because everyone wants to run this game. Brain stopped on the sexy half-elf, no matter the half-elf's gender. True. Absolutely true. Half-elves are gorgeous. Also, I'm just gonna say, we're only 4 members away from the Nonat Cash emote. Just saying. Planning on a teddy bear bodyguard. Giant instinct barbarian as a future character. It's adorable. Highlight the bodyguard aspect. Champion archetype could be fun, but you don't get the reaction for a while, unfortunately. That's a tough one to think about for an archetype. It's a little bit magical, but you could take Blessed One for some healing, like Lay on Hands. Although I think you also get that from the champion archetype. Hard to say. I'm really not a fan of a lot of the class archetypes specifically because they come online so late. Why did I join a Gronk? But actual question, any tips for players wanting to pick up Oracle? Do your research. Make sure you understand how the curse system works before you start reading the subclasses. That was my mistake when I first picked up the class. I'm like, how complicated could it be? I just started looking at the subclasses, and then I realized, uh-oh, this is a lot. Hello, Cosmoniums, I'm doing fantastic. And not just because there's only 8 minutes of Gronk time left. Kind of specific, what level do you think is appropriate for a homebrew creature that is essentially a living blob of metal that moves like a liquid and attempts to take over other people? Sounds like level 6. Sounds terrifyingly 6-ish. Favorite Pathfinder deity to cleric for? Caden Kalayan every day. That man can kiss me with his boozy breath. Making my first PF2 character was wondering if there was an easy way to grab a couple spells from other traditions. Best way to do that probably is either picking a specific ancestry that gives you some spells from other traditions like Gnome, or just picking up a class archetype. Something like the Sorcerer archetype would let you pick whatever tradition you want, and get some focus spells. Otherwise, if you're looking for something specific, like Nature, you can pick up Druid. Why does Kronk's smile look like an Amazon arrow? Why do you look like an Amazon arrow? Pointing straight at my heart. Horse Companion Ranger with magic weapon and gravity weapon spells on them, and precision level 1 is doing 2d12 plus 1d8 plus 12 damage. Only if both attacks hit. Keep in mind, it's only if both attacks hit. On average, you're looking at maybe 28 damage, which is great. But compare that to, like, a power attack giant instinct barbarian with a greatsword. That's also 2d12 plus, like, 10 damage. It's gross. This stream would be very difficult to explain if someone sees it with no context. Good thing YouTube doesn't advertise live streams, am I right? I literally don't think I've ever seen a new viewer in my streams. That actually brings me to an interesting point, though maybe I'll wait until Gronk time is over to talk about it, so it can be a little more serious. But, yeah, no, YouTube streams, honestly, kinda suck. It's really fun. Like, don't get me wrong, hanging with all of you, it's fun. I like being able to talk to you. It's a blast. I mean YouTube streams. As a new viewer, first time here. Cosmoniums, but did you find the stream? Or were you already subscribed to me?
Hello. I like
Flying Muffin Man! You've betrayed me! You told me you were going to reduce the Gronk, not extend it. Oh, God. Well, 12:45 it is. Delta Archer, you can also pick up the Ancient Elf. Ancient Elf, true, you can always get a free archetype with that. Get a couple cantrips. Salami showed you the stream. Let's go. Wait, Princess Salami or Poison Salami? We have multiple types of salami here at the deli. What's your favorite 2E planet aside from Earth and Galarian? I'm afraid I don't know enough. I do too much homebrew, so I don't know all the intricate lore. Next stream, double the price to $10. Maybe. Maybe I will. My original thought was, who's gonna pay me $60 an hour to do a Gronk impression? Egg on my face. Oh, Retronibus, thank you for the £5. Euros? Those are euros. How mechanically compatible are Starfinder and Pathfinder character options by just reflavoring Fate's ancestry classes? Starfinder to Pathfinder 1st Edition, actually not too hard. Aside from a few little things like different attack armor classes, it wouldn't be a lot. However, Starfinder to Pathfinder 2nd Edition, you're going to be a little more hard-pressed. There's been some changes. They're not quite as compatible as the first two systems. It'd be probably just about as difficult as converting it to D&D 5th Edition, if I'm being honest. Found the stream through your Discord. I was looking for Pathfinder YouTubers to find communities. Ah, fair. But yeah, what I was saying before is just that YouTube doesn't really advertise streams. If you're subscribed to someone, maybe your stream will pop up on their homepage, or in their subscriptions tab. But you're never going to get recommended a live stream. Question, does the betrayal of extending Gronk mean Chad is deserving of nightmare time? Nightmare time is coming. Don't you worry. It's on its way. You can't escape the nightmare. It's coming. I was gonna try to do something creepy there, but then it just didn't work. There we go. What do you think of the Kitsune ancestry? 10 out of 10. would look at fan art again. Nonat has critically phased his sail against the spell Become Kronk. I'm not permanently polymorphed. The duration is just increased by 5 minutes every time I fail my saving throw. Ended up playing an archery ranger named Artemis, who's about finally no longer the only non-magical member. There you go. There you go. So if someone donates $10, will it reduce it by 10 minutes? If someone donates $10 right now, that would end Kronk time. Because there's 8 minutes left. Put me out of my misery. No, I'm honestly having fun. Is there a rule against retraining granted spells? No, you can absolutely do that during retraining. Wait, granted spells? Do you mean like... How do you mean granted spells? I actually don't know what you mean by that. Is it possible to make a fortune teller like Darrow and Crystal Ball in Pathfinder 2e? Probably. It could probably be an oracle or a witch. There's the Harrow deck in Pathfinder. That's a thing. That is a real thing. I can actually confirm YouTube recommended your live stream and I wasn't subbed. Really? Really, Delta Archer? Huh. That might be a first. It's not often I get new people in here. Usually it's the regular. I mean, I get new people, but they usually find me through my videos. Wait, Rock and Stone. Who's yelling Rock and Stone? We deep rocked Galactic in here. Kitsune. One of the reasons it's called Furfind. No, that's because of the Beastkin ancestry. Oh, sorry, Tillman. Sorry. My voice. I had a little frog in my throat. Sometimes it gets a little bit off. What's the best archetype for delivering Cusco's poison? The poison for Cusco. The poison specifically designed for Cusco? Cusco's poison? That poison? Your best bet would probably be the Poisoner Alchemist. If you're looking for an archetype, it's a little bit more difficult, but maybe the Assassin. Even though the Assassin's kinda garbo. Would you let someone use an android ancestry in your game? Absolutely. It's very hard for me to say no to somebody's idea for a character, I'll be honest. Upcoming AP is going to have a hero-based archetype. There you go. Thank you, Tiny Tiefling. What would you say the level of a court wizard in your average big city? Are you talking like big city, like Absalom, at least level 12. If not, like 15. Like, you don't just become a court wizard by learning a few cantrips and magic missile. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You gotta cast at least a decent fireball. My algorithm oh, my chat just shot forward. Oh no, where are we? Oh man, everyone started talking. Algorithm may be weird as I've been binging your videos. That's fair. Rockets. Half of my chat's just saying Rock and Stone. There's nothing wrong with that. What class do you think is the worst for new players to choose? Oracle. That being said, if you really vibe with the Oracle, don't let that stop you. It's still a fun class. It's just kinda has homework attached. As a Twisting Tree Magus who has the one-hand, two-hand staff thing, I'm looking for a one-handed item to start combat with and then put away. Hand crossbow! Or a one-handed firearm. They're great options. So I could use possible build advice for a character in a game I joined. I'm contemplating between a fighter or a monk with either a dual-wielding cavalier fighter or a one-inch punch monk. Depends on what your character really wants to do. What I like to think about when I'm trying to decide on a class is exactly how best to represent my personality. You know, if your character is a no-holds-barred, wild person who runs around and does crazy things, dual-wield cavalier sounds perfect. But if they're a very reserved person, who'll get in close and then destroy everything you know, then you might want to go one-inch punch. Oh, Wolf Mist with the 5 minutes to reduce Kronk time brings Kronk time to 0. Chat, I'm disappointed in you. This was supposed to be a meme. You made it last far too long. Far too long. This is your punishment. This is your punishment. You will live through the punishment. 2 minutes of me staring into your soul. And then I'll look away. It lasted too long. Is there an official way to play a werewolf without need of homebrew? Beastkin. You can play a Beastkin. It is a, It's an ancestry that it says specifically can be caused by lycanthropy in your character or in your genealogy. So yeah, look up the Beastkin ancestry. Oh my god, bring back Kronk. Good. Good. I hope you're uncomfortable. Think about this next time you try to do something. Okay? Let's get back to normal. Let's just get nice and normal again. Alright. We're back. Let's talk Pathfinder. How many souls has my avatar stolen? Not enough. Am I still playing PF1 games? I have not played Pathfinder 1st Edition for about 8 years. Last time I played it, I was in college. Yeah, little known fact, I'm Canadian apparently. At least my avatar is. Do you have a video about Beastkin? I think so. I have over 400 videos. I forget what I've made. Nonat ones. At the very least, I have a video about furries. Yeah. Here, I'll I'll put this link in chat. That might be the best way to do it. There you go. There's a link in chat. Oh, yo, Chase, thank you for the $10 donation. Oh, it's nice to be able to actually, like, authentically thank someone without doing it in Kronk's voice. Oh, that's nice.
Hello, I like money.
I can't hear the voice to text from here, unfortunately, because my headphones are over there. But, Q&A stream with Mark Cypher, I asked his recommendation on a new player being an Oracle for the first class. He went to a detailed reply that basically said, get them to change their mind. Seriously. Like, spellcasting on its own for a new player can be overwhelming. I have a friend who's been playing for 3 years, and he still is like, I don't know about spellcasters. They're a bit much for me. Like, and Oracle adds so much on top of that. They take spellcasting, they add focus spells, and they add new resources and escalating conditions which are completely unique to the Oracle. It's kind of a lot. Also, what someone said, your mouth seems inconvenient for use. You'd be surprised. This mouth is incredibly, multi-talented. Let's put it that way. I'm really new to Pathfinder 2e, so looking for games is quite hard, but I like the level of customization. But as for my question, would you mind explaining spellcasting on a basic level? If you are a spellcaster class, you get a number of spell slots per day. All classes will be either a prepared spellcaster or a spontaneous spellcaster. Put as simply as possible, spontaneous spellcasters get a limited number of spells, but they can cast any of them any number of times as long as they still have spell slots. If they have 3 spell slots per day and 4 different spells, they can cast any of those 4 spells, and each time they cast one, it uses a slot. Prepared casters are a little more complicated because at the beginning of the day, you need to fill each of those spell slots with a specific spell. So if you have 4 spells and 3 spell slots, you need to fill each slot specifically. Spell number 1, spell number 2, spell number 3. On top of that, as a prepared spellcaster, if you want to cast the same spell multiple times, you will need to fill multiple slots with that spell. That's as simple as I can put it. Oh my god, Craig, what?
Love the content.
I'm just assuming the text-to-speech is going, so I'll let it go.
DM.
First time making a live stream, love the content. PF2 is so easy to run, I actually get to play instead of being a forever DM. Let's go! That's huge! And you're playing the freaking Halfling Precision Ranger with a Sling Staff! Yes! Halfling Sling Staff, rise up. I adore the Sling Staff. That's amazing to hear. That's honestly one thing I think is so nice about this system. Because all the rules are there, it doesn't require as much work on the DM's part, and being able to get people to run it so you can play is amazing. That's been working for me too. My friend has DM'd a few times, and it's been a blast. Oh, thank you so much for the generous donations, y'all. Your head hinge looks rather rickety. If you open your mouth in a storm with the wind rip the top of your head off, I try to keep my mouth closed if winds are above 8 miles an hour. What class is closest to its D&D counterpart? That's tough. Probably Thief Rogue. Thief Rogue is really similar to D&D Thief. Lots of skills, really high skill bonuses, dex to damage, dex based. Otherwise, they're all pretty different. Barbarian's pretty similar too, but the subclasses are completely different. I don't play PF2, but sub to your channel to borrow ideas for your 5e games. Thanks for the Kronk. This is now my favorite stream. Let's go, Joe. Let's go. Yeah, Kronk will come back now and again. I mean, Kronk time is still available as a donation incentive, but hopefully we get at least a while without it. One of my party members played Precision Halfling Sling Staff in a 2-shot and straight up only hit twice, but got kills with both of them. Oh, God. Yeah, I've been there. As the guy who just misses all of their attacks. Feels so bad, man. I have a character build in mind. So which AP is best suited to a Traveling Merchant Artifact Seeker PC that also affords enough time for craft? Oh, that's tough. That's going to be more dependent on your DM. I think technically all Paizo adventure paths only get 1 week between each book. So I think Secrets of Magic or Strength of Thousands might have more, because I think that one takes place over years, but I'm not quite sure. I'm not super well versed in the what am I trying to say? I'm not super well versed in the pre-written adventure paths. Found your channel when I was looking for a new TTRPG to play, but your humor got me to stay for the long term. Let's go, Dr. Move. Y'all are being so sweet today. Thank you. I wish I could actually, like, smile and, like, you know, make eye contact and stuff. The best I can do is this. Thank you. Anyway, is this Christmas music? What are we listening to now? Media player is on Throne Room. It's tabletop audio. I've used them for about 3 years now. I've been on their Patreon for the whole time. Tabletop audio is my go-to for channel music. It's so perfect, and I can't recommend it enough to anybody. If you're looking for really good audio for your tabletop game, tabletop audio, fantastic. I'm pretty pog. I guess you are my little pog champ. Maybe not when you stare. Is there a problem? Do you not like it when I look at you? Rude. Recently looking at Thaumaturge. It's so cool. Thaumaturge is wild. My Thaumaturge, before we went on hiatus, was going to be a scroll Thauma. I was going to take that and the Scroll Trickster archetype. Just so many scrolls, casting from every tradition. Super cool. In Agents of Edgewatch, one of the books in the AP starts immediately when the last one ends. Brutal. Tom Ska looking ass. Honestly. Have you seen my sandwich? I am your sandwich. A coworker at my job has convinced his group to play PF2 following the OGL issue. Recommended your videos. Oh, thank you, Connor. Or thank you, Connor's coworker. Would you comment on the video criticizing your opinion on New Crafting Adventures pacing? Not really, no. The comments got so freaking toxic in my last 2 videos, I've avoided them altogether. Like, if you want to give yourself a migraine, look at the comments section of my AI art video and my crafting video. The people down there are terrifying. Like, especially, like, the AI art one, I get it, it's a little more divisive. The crafting one, you would think I insulted Pathfinder as a full game. Oh my god. Like, there are people who are like, ugh, I thought I could trust your opinion on this game. I guess I was wrong. Unsubscribing because you don't use downtime. It was honestly funny as hell. Thank you, McFatson, for the $2. What's it take for Brock Sampson? I've never seen the show Brock Sampson is from. I really have never seen it, so I don't know. Here, let me pull up a Brock Sampson quote to see if I can even do it. Let me see. Brock Sampson quote. Oh, it's Venture Bros. Okay, I've never seen it. Hi, Febreze. Thanks for the ad. Speaking of Thaumaturge, counter mounted mirror thumb. Where does the mount exist? I think when you teleport, the mount disappears. You don't get to mimic your mount. Please watch Venture Bros? Maybe. I don't really know anything about it. Did you miss my question, or did you intentionally avoid it? I think I missed it, Tylum. I don't think I, yeah, if I don't answer your question, feel free to repost it, like, once or twice if it's been, like, 2 or 3 minutes. You know, don't post it constantly, but if it's been, like, 2 or 3 minutes and I haven't gotten to it, feel free to post it again. And then, yeah. Look, I don't use an ad blocker on my phone. Oh, hold on, I need to hear Brock.
Are you sure there's an awful lot of them? They hit me with a truck.
They hit me with a truck. That's a really different Warburton. Come on, Brock. Power suit. Bussy. Amazing. Have you ever tried ChatGPT to do Pathfinder stuff? Yes. Unfortunately, it doesn't work because ChatGPT only has content up through, I believe, 2019, and it was before Pathfinder 2e had come out. If someone wanted to be in a game UGM, how would they go about it? They would become a close friend of mine that I would want to spend multiple hours of my limited time schedule with them once a week. It's very rare. ChatGPT is insane for 5e. I have done that. It's disgusting. I actually have a fun video planned for it. It's also terrifying. I'm not a fan. So I have hair on my tongue. But it's also, you can't deny it's interesting. Yeah, GPT thinks 5e is the only tabletop role-playing system in the world, unfortunately. Besides hand grabs and mighty blows and possibly braces of armor, what magical items would you recommend for monks? Fancy shoes, fancy jewelry, that kind of permanent upgrade. You know, the tiaras, the rings, the necklaces, pieces of equipment that aren't necessarily armor. Wrath of the Righteous just added a DLC with a reworked shifter. Interesting. I probably won't check it out. I've tried Wrath of the Righteous 4 times now, and while I was able to beat Kingmaker, Wrath of the Righteous just doesn't hold up in the same way to me. I don't like the story as much, the characters are less interesting, the roguelike mode is not as fun. It's too much. Okay, last time I'm gonna send this, would you say that the Reanimator archetype for free archetype is good? I think all archetypes for free archetype are good, because none of them are gonna make you crazy more powerful. I don't remember what the Reanimator does, though, which is not a good sign. What does Reanimator do as an archetype? Reanimator 2E. Not the movie. Undead creatures you control. Where is it? +2 to saving throws, resist positive damage. You get some magical spells. I think it's fine. I think if I remember right, it's got some really unique interactions with undead, and it's got some unique, cool focus spells. Overall, yeah, I don't think it would ever hurt you, especially if it goes along with your character's main concept, like a necromancer. Why do we have Cyanide and Happiness Nonat 1s, Phoenix? Because my back hurts, and you know what? Yeah. Sorry. My back hurts. I'm laying, like, sideways on a bed right now, on my pull-out couch, and, yeah, it's been great. This is way easier for me. And it seems like people are still enjoying it. How many people we got in here, by the way? We got freaking 156 of you guys in here. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you for joining me today. I just noticed chat gets cut off. I'm upset. It's only like the last letter, though. I can live with it. Any good concepts for a thaumaturge? Really like the class, but can't figure out much character concepts besides something like a dude whose skills come from him infiltrating and weakening cults. You can have a lot of fun with the thaumaturge. Just because they're about like studying and identifying stuff doesn't mean your character has to be. Remember, a class is just a template of abilities. You can mix it up however you want. Your druid doesn't need to be covered in dirt and leaves talking to plants. You know, you can have a fancy freaking druid who doesn't have nearly that much to do with nature, or has to do with different parts of nature. Never let the rules tell you how to make your character, flavor-wise. Tian Sha Lost Omens books, freaking hype. Freaking hype. I forgot I recorded an entire update video about that post, and I haven't published it yet. I should probably edit that. Nice, I don't have to record a video tonight. Forgot I had that. Brainy Druid, yes. Thoughts on the Punch Magus? Really difficult to make work. Thanks for the Shadow Signet suggestion. I vaporized an enemy on my first use of Disintegrate. Shadow Signet's so broken. I'm glad you had fun with it, but it's so busted. Can you help me expand on a champion? I feel like I keep doing the same thing. I took the Paladin path. I demoralize attack, then raise shield. Positioning is important. If you have magic items, you can use those. You shouldn't be demoralizing every turn because targets are immune after you're first demoralized. Like, you can demoralize other targets and stuff. But yeah, you know, sometimes if you're feeling frisky, go for that second attack. A second attack isn't super inaccurate. You don't always have to raise shield, especially if your team already has the advantage. Go on the offensive. You don't have to do the same thing every time. Are there trocs in 2e? I don't know what that means. I've tried to make a bender from Avatar in 5e, but I really didn't work. Any tips to make one in 2e? Kineticist. The Kineticist will be coming out this year, probably around August. They are an elemental manipulator. They either hyper-specialize in one element or are decent with up to 4 elements. This is exactly what you're hoping for. Want to make a good Dragon Disciple character? Any tips? Depends what you mean by good. Like, if you meet the requirements, you're good. Again, it's so hard to make a bad character in Pathfinder 2e, which is always fascinating to me that people are like, how do I make my character better? Or how do I avoid making a bad character? As long as you are not going out of your way to purposefully make a character with terrible stats, your character will be good. Your character will be fine in Pathfinder 2e. Otherwise, like, if you're a barbarian, get good strength. If you're a sorcerer, get good charisma. If you're a kobold, just be a chaotic little gremlin. Everyone's gonna love you. There better be a way to bloodbend? I don't think yet. There might be in the future. Right now, the only bending is going to be fire, air, water, earth, wood, and metal are going to be the bendings. There might be some blood bending in water, actually. I can't remember. Oh no, Formo. Does that count as Kronk time? It was exactly $5. I'll give you some Kronk time. Just because I honor my debts. Do you have any advice on creating Lashunta NPCs? What is a Lashunta? I have no idea what that even means, dear God. What is a Lashunta? Oh, from Starfinder. I think your best bet would probably be an insect beastkin. Take the beastkin versatile heritage, maybe put it on an elf. Find some kind of bug. That'll be your best way to do it. I also want to say I hope your back feels better. Thank you, obedient mammal. My son tried to throw himself out. Oh, wow, that's terrifying. I'm glad you got him, but oh no, that's bad for the back issues. Back issues are brutal. Not gonna lie, it's been a long 2 months. Honestly, like 3 months. It was mid-December when it started. What is the lore for vampires in Galarian? I actually don't know. I don't know where vampires came from in Galarian. Were they created? Let's find out together, chat. It's only been an hour. Wow. Let's find out where vampires came from in Pathfinder. Not vampires. Vampire. Where did you come from in Pathfinder? That's right. It's a curse. It's sort of like werewolves. It's a magical curse that manipulates the body. Although, there's belief that a necromancer opened a portal to bring the Strigoi, an ancestor of the vampires, to Galarian. These original Strigoi no longer exist, have either died out or returned to their home plane, but it's believed that they evolved into modern Galarian vampires. There you go. That'll be $20 for the history lesson. Time crawls when you're on Kronk time. Boy, does it. You're also bedridden due to back issues. Oh, no. I feel that. I'm literally in a bed right now. It's brutal. But we gotta do what we gotta do. Stay strong. Work that core. Make sure everything just stays in place. Have I played Divinity 2? I freaking love Divinity 2. I'm on my 3rd playthrough with my friend Tanya. It's great. What do you think of a great gnoll fighter with crunch and a meteor hammer that likes to grip and trip and grapple? I'd say have him call me. He sounds like a great person. I'd like to get to know them better. Does that 20 increase Kronk time? Dear God, I hope not. Wouldn't that make it Divinity 3 then? No, Divinity 3 is basically Baldur's Gate 3. Which I still want to play, but it's not fully released and I refuse to pay $60 for early access. How would you make a poison for Cusco? Simple. Take an alchemist. Make sure I get the toxicologist subclass. And then I'd probably make sure I have a high enough charisma score so I could convince him to drink it with enough dexterity that I could sneak it into his drink without him realizing it. We'd make Cusco's poison. Baldur's Gate has been announced for August, absolutely. How'd you make Gambit and Pathfinder 2e? There are throwing cards. There's a magic item that's equipment that's throwing cards. They function like throwing daggers. But you can absolutely use them to make Gambit as like a rogue. Welcome, hoo-hoo. Glad to have you. Is there any news for a PF2-based video game? Not yet, unfortunately. Owlcat Games is busy working on their Warhammer 40k game, and no one's picked up the reins to public knowledge about using PF2 to make a video game. It honestly brings a tear to my eye. Am I looking forward to the new Legend of Zelda game? Unfortunately, no. I mean, I'm not looking forward to it. I'm just probably not going to play it. My last Zelda game was Skyward Sword. And I loved it. It's one of my favorite Zelda games. But I played about 2 hours of Breath of the Wild. Just wasn't quite for me. I don't know what time was that donation? 4 minutes ago? Cool. Breath of the Wild, I know it's a great game. I'm just not a huge fan of open worlds. It's too much for me. I get lost. You know, the Pathfinder, think about making a gunslinger that uses a pistol and also makes bombs, but I have trouble picking which gunslinger way to use. What would you recommend? You'd want a pistolero there, buddy. Pistolero. Because you're still using 2 ranged weapons. I don't think they need to be firearms, but I could be wrong. Way the pistolero, though, if you got a bomb in one hand and a pistol in the other, should work out great. So you're saying if I'm not being... Oh, cool, it's been about 5 minutes. You're saying that if I'm not being stupid on purpose, I can make about anything work in 2E? You're saying that if I'm... Yes, that's pretty much what I'm saying. Yeah, if you're not like, oh, I'm a fighter, so let's have a 16 intelligence, a 14 charisma, and a 14 wisdom, 12 strength, and then use a rapier. Like, yeah, you're gonna be fine. You think that charisma as a casting stat for Magus is broken? It'd be weird. I think it could work. It would need to be rationalized. You know, the flavor of the Magus is that it's a studied craft, which is why it uses intelligence. It doesn't come naturally. I don't think it would be super broken. In fact, it might be even a little bit weaker. No, it'll probably be about the same. Swashbuckler with a Harrow deck? That'd be cool. Why'd they make kobolds look stupid? I will die on the hill that I love shark kobolds. Shark kobolds have so much flavor and personality. They're adorable, and I will not have you slandering them in this chat. Oh, by the way, hello. Cool. That's right, the Eldritch Scion did use charisma. That's right, I forgot about that in 1E. I guess they just removed it. I don't know why. Interesting. King of Gongar is a sorcerer magus. Yeah. I guess at the end of the day, the casting modifier doesn't matter that much, because you're usually using strength or dex to deliver the spell. You know what I mean? Like, it matters for, like, damage bonus, so it's not a huge deal. I know, Bernardo, I know. My face will be back in videos. But this is really nice, honestly. And I'm really comfortable. I'm not getting, like, uncomfortable. I'm not getting stream butt, which is what happens when I sit in place and stream for too long. I'm just delightfully on my side. My dog is cuddled up behind me, and she's very, very sweet, and I love her. And she's not scared because the camera's not on, which is awesome. If the Strigoi died out, how does the Adventure Shadows at Sundown fit into that lore? Strigoi vamps are enemies within? Really? Interesting. They might be like a... Like, I think the theory is that they were thought to have died out. So, like, maybe there are still stragglers. I know that Archives of Nethys is a GM screen. It's a bit much. Is there a simpler, quick reference-like sheet online? I'm not quite sure. I'd be surprised if someone hadn't made one yet. Like, what kind of references are you looking for, though? It's the thing. It's like, Archives of Nethys is my reference. If I need something, I just look it up on Archives. Guess you're learning the charm of VTubing? I'm loving it, honestly. It's nice. I could have no pants on, and you wouldn't be able to tell. I do have pants on, because I respect you. But, I could not have pants on. Do you prefer prepared casting? I do prefer D&D prepared casting. PF2 can be a bit much. If I'm really in the crunchy mood, and for a specific type of character, I do like the idea of prepared casting in PF2, but 9 times out of 10, I think D&D does do it better. I can always tell. Are there free pre-written adventure modules? Are the free RPG day ones still free, chat? Like, Fistful of Flowers, are those still free? They might be. Schrodinger's pants. You'll never know unless I turn my camera on, and I won't. Yo, what's up, Dranksky? Welcome. Honest question, how can you do all the PF2 conditions on the fly without hogging the game? What do you mean, hogging the game? So, worst case scenario, when I need to know what something does, since we all play online anyway, I hit Alt-Tab. That's a quarter of a second, now I'm in Google Chrome. I type really freaking fast, so I type frightened space 2E enter. It has been 1 full second. I click on the link and the page loads. That's 2 full seconds now, and then I read it. Within 5 seconds I know what it does, and I've gotten better at multitasking as a GM. So, while my players are talking and trying to figure out what they're doing, I will look up what the condition does before they've even rolled to apply it. So yeah, that's how I do it without slowing the game down. Yes, they're still free? Yeah. Free RPG PDFs are free? Nice, so there are a few free pre-written ones. Any plans or intents to have a more detailed animated VTubing model made? Absolutely, yep. Oh yeah, I forgot. Thank you for actually bringing that up, Necessary. Because I said I was going to do it before, and then I got distracted by Kronk. So, oh, thank you, Anonymous. Gotta head out. Thanks for the stream. Hope you get back and you get better. Thank you so much. I've been taking more Tylenol, and it's been helping. Still within the recommended dosage, but it's been helping a lot. Thank you. Have a good one. Yo, see you later, Muffin Man. So, I don't think this will be my last YouTube stream. Far from it, I think. I think especially for like official Pathfinder releases and stuff, I'll be streaming. But going forward, anime girl VTuber, oh god. Going forward, I think I'm going to start streaming on Twitch. I think it will be far more lucrative is the best word I can think of for the channel and the brand to move over to Twitch. There is a new audience there. I know it'll require y'all to go to a different website. That's a big ask. And some of you won't, and that's completely fine. You know, some of you are like, I'm YouTube only. I'm not leaving YouTube. Totally fair. But Twitch has so much more possibilities. Twitch has so much more natural integration. Twitch has so much going for it that YouTube does not. Thank you, Hoo, for the $5. Donation for your hard work on your videos. Oh, God, those donations kill me. Oh, those ones make me feel so good inside. Ah, stop it. You're not allowed to do that. Oh, God, the donations that just say, like, thank you for the content. Those ones kill me. Thank you, Hoo. Thank you so much. So, yeah. But my main reasoning for it is that YouTube, when I stream to YouTube, I am streaming to my audience. You know, aside from very, very, very few people who apparently find my stream somehow on YouTube. I have no idea how. There is never a new person joining a YouTube stream. There are people who subscribe on YouTube and come to the stream for the first time. That's always awesome. But the streams never get me traction. Whereas, if we are live streaming on Twitch, there is a much higher possibility of somebody wandering in and checking it out. Which leads... Oh, sorry, my back. Which leads to that stream being able to recommend my YouTube channel. And with my YouTube channel recommending my stream, that is going to be what's called cross-pollination of content, which is really, really stupid important in modern-day content creation. Right now, if you are only running a single channel, you are doing it wrong. Yes, Cinderheart, everyone does say you cannot grow on Twitch. That is absolutely true. If you just start up a fresh account on Twitch with nothing behind you, you're going to struggle. No one is going to join your stream. Your chat is going to be quiet. It's going to be really freaking hard. But if you have an active chat, like, again, the community comes with you. The goal... So I have lived the last few years with a very specific mindset in mind. What streamer I really, really respect has given the advice, you will not grow by streaming. Streaming is the end goal. Streaming is the end goal. You need to build your audience elsewhere and bring them to the stream. And that is exactly what I'm trying to do. Oh, my also being able to use Melly's gasm emotes. Oh, God. Yeah, plus, like, there's just so many quality of life things for chat over in Twitch. It would be a lot of fun. I want to get into Twitch affiliate. I want to mess around with all of that. There's just a lot of there that I want to do. I want to be able to raid people, you know? I want to be able to end a stream and show people and bring the audience to a new person that I like. You can't do that on YouTube. YouTube streaming is so limited. YouTube streaming is so bare bones. It's not able to do anything I want to. So, yeah. We're gonna be doing some trial running on Twitch soon. Again, if you don't want to come over, completely understandable. I don't expect many people to come directly over, but it's going to be fun. We're going to be doing a lot of different stuff there, and it's also going to be probably different content. If I'm doing a mostly Pathfinder related stream, it's probably still going to be here on YouTube, you know? If I'm reviewing a new book, you know, when I'm reviewing Rage of Elements when it comes out, I'm going to be doing it here on YouTube. You know, over on Twitch, we're going to be playing video games, we're going to be just chatting and chilling and doing that kind of stuff. But overall, yes, most of my live streaming is going to be done on Twitch now. Sorry, yeah, I just wanted to get that out there. I just want to talk about it. Viddy game. I do like a viddy game. Viddy game do be fun, though. As someone who loves rewatching VODs, would you be uploading VODs on the YouTube channel? Yes, I'll probably upload the VODs onto my second channel, Nonat Game. Absolutely. Do your players keep any written resources with them other than their character sheets? No, we're pretty much all digital, but that's because we haven't played in person in years because of the world exploding. I miss playing in person. I really, really want to. But even now, I think most of our resources would still be our phones. Don't go where I can't follow Mr. Frodo. I'm not leaving, Sam. I'm just expanding horizons. I don't know if this has been asked yet, but do you think a mana spell point style casting could even work in PF2 system? Possibly. If you use something similar to the spell charge system, maybe it would make lower level spells way more powerful. And higher level spells would be a little bit harder to get off, but it could work. You know, if for every spell slot you just get 1 point of mana per level of that spell slot. So, like, if you're level 3 and you have 1 second, or you have 2 second level spell slots and 3 first level spell slots, that would be 7 mana points. So you could spend them on 3 second levels and a first level, stuff like that. It would make certain subclasses moot, though. Do you have a link so we can follow Twitch so I don't miss out? Not yet. I want to get it all set up. This isn't going to happen super soon, probably not for a week or two. I do want to get a VTuber model for it. At least a higher quality PNG tuber for the Twitch streams. It'll just be nice. It'll be a nice, relaxed way to interact. All I just heard, buy Pugmire book, invite Nonat to play in person. Oh, I own Pugmire. I want to play it so bad. I've owned it for like 4 years. Do you think the sheer number of feats characters have available to them kind of lowers the significance behind each choice? Not even a little bit. Because at each given level, if you're only looking at the feats of your current level, which are usually the best option for you, you've only got like 5 choices. You know? Like, sure, you can expand to archetypes and whatnot, but even then, if you have a class feat, you're level 4, you took an archetype at 2nd level, congrats, you have like 4 4th level feats and 2 archetype feats to choose from. That's only 6 choices. It's not that many. It does not reduce the significance of feat choices at all. Just move to PH Live. I don't even know what that is. Are you going to make a YouTube to update us on the Twitch? Then it's going to be a thing. I'll make an announcement here on YouTube. Yeah, absolutely. When that's live and all set, and I have an overlay and everything's ready to go, I'll absolutely make an announcement here. I'll probably make an announcement like right as and have the announcement video go live as I'm live on Twitch, so people won't miss the first one. I heard drama and streamer beef brings viewers. If I ever make it, we can butt heads and have an enemies with benefits thing. That's so true. Oh, PH's Corn Hub. Oh, nice and starchy corn. Gotcha. Thank you for the $5, McFatson. Yeah, I mean, I've actively avoided drama and beef to grow this channel. Like, I always reference 2 years back, I could have made 5 more videos about Cody. And, like, just ridden that. I could have made 8 more videos about the OGL. I don't want to. That is not what my channel is about. It's never what my channel is going to be about. And sure, it might limit my growth. Maybe we would have been at 100k subs by now if I was more into the drama. But, fuck that. How do you feel about a champion with an Alchemist archetype for the buff potion / mutagens? That could be fun. Alchemist archetype is amazing. Alchemist archetype is probably the best multi-class archetype just because the early game alchemical mutagens that buff like your charisma and stuff, they're useful for the entire game. They're fantastic. Would you consider a lore video series or doing a campaign with your group for the channel? I've thought about doing a live play. It's been long enough and enough people have asked. I've thought about doing a live play. Haven't committed to it because it takes a lot of resources, but it's definitely in the cards. Who's Cody? Don't worry about it. Kronk time on Twitch? There will be Kronk time on Twitch. It will cost a lot more. I'll probably make it channel points, honestly. I'll probably make it a redeem. Because that's another thing I want to play with. I want to play with channel points. Ugh, I want them so bad. I want to use Twitch so bad. I'm so jealous. I've started watching so many of my friends on Twitch, and I'm just so jealous of everything they can do. South Park PNG tuber Nonat ones? Basically. That's basically here. Then is the next building YouTubers going to be a thing? So, without confirming or denying anything, there will be another building content creator video. Hopefully sooner than you might think. I'm very, very excited for that. That's a little ways away, but there's some plans in motion. There's some freaking plans in motion. It's gonna be fun. Oh lordy. What 2 implements would you choose for a thaumaturge in a mid-level campaign? That's tough. Mirror, because it's freaking cool. Probably Mirror, and I like Bell. Bell's not that great, but it's so fun. I love the Bell. A little ding-a-ling to distract an enemy, make it harder for them to hit you. Super fun. How do D&D levels scale to PF2? About 2 behind. D&D level 3 is Pathfinder level 1. D&D level 20 is like Pathfinder 16 to 18-ish. It's not a perfect 1-to-1, but you can even see it with some of the monster levels. It's almost a perfect... Not perfect, but it's a rough estimate 2 levels behind. So within the next 3 months, delays happen, things happen, but maybe. Building D4? Yes! Oh my god, D4 is amazing. I can't wait to work with him. We're in talks of a collab. I really can't wait to work with him. He seems like such a freaking cool guy. I'm going to be interested too because our personalities are so opposite of each other. He's so like calm and talking, and I'm going to walk you through how I made my rogue in Pathfinder 2e. You see, for a subclass, I really wanted to use dex to damage, and you know, I'm used to D&D, I like having a high dex and doing a lot of damage as a sneak attacker, so I had to take that thief subclass because I wanted it. Whereas I'm all over the place. I'm freaking go, big energy. I always have been. So it's going to be really funny to see us. Again, it hasn't been confirmed. We are talking about it. I don't know when, but I really hope it's soon-ish. Twitch is good. You should stream a Bloodlords campaign. I want to play Bloodlords. I also want to play Gatewalkers. I also want to play Strength of Thousands. I also want to play my own homebrew. There's so many things I want to play. It's ridiculous. Feel a good amount of the D&D next stuff is taking a ton of influence from PF2? Yeah, sure. There's nothing wrong with that. Good artists borrow, great artists steal. I'm honestly fine with them stealing from PF2 if it makes their game better. The problem is they've already shoehorned them. They've cornered themselves. No matter what they steal from PF2, they're still trying to keep it backwards compatible with D&D 5, which is going to bite them in the ass hard. Here's a real question: what material makes your dice make the best click-clack noises? Probably just plastic resin. I don't like metal dice. Hot take: I don't like metal. I don't hate them. They're still fun. I like the weight. They're too loud. I don't like how loud metal dice are. Any chance of you doing an actual play on Twitch? Maybe all VTuber crew? Maybe 1 shots or 2 shots. I don't want to commit to a huge, year-spanning campaign. And I still am really not huge into live plays. They just kind of feel uncomfortable, and they put pressure on the game, which should be fun. So it might be a special occasion kind of thing, but not regularly, no. My Vigilante Druid is a Rhino Animal Companion disguised with a Minion Guy's Vigilante archetype. What should I disguise my Rhino? I love the idea of a fat horse. Oi, this is customs. What are you bringing in? This is my horse. That's not a horse I've ever seen. It's fat, it's grey, it's got a horn. It's from Mwangi. It's just a horse. Mana points 1E is literally how staff works in 2E. Yeah. I would try bone dice. Bone dice would be fun. Wood dice sounds nice. Wood dice sounds hard to balance. Metal die for important rolls only, like death saves. Ooh, I like that. Steal art. How about you don't steal art? I know the movie poster did, but how about you don't steal art? Heavy metal dice as often as possible. Part of the problem is because most of my campaigns are late at night, and my partner is usually asleep by the time I'm playing, so I don't want to use heavy metal dice, because I don't want her hearing, go. Okay, so does it hit? No, it doesn't hit. Okay, can I use your hit? Yeah. Go. Okay, does a 19 hit? No? Oh, okay, my time's over. What about a rhino pig? Minecraft stream on the other account? If I do Minecraft, it'll definitely only be in a collab with another streamer. I can't do Minecraft. I don't have that creative of a brain. Minecraft it confuses me. How people play it for such a long period of time boggles me. Metal dice also damage tables, true. Hello? Yes, ma'am? Do you have something you'd like to share with the class? Okay, thank you. Nice impression of D4. Wait, what did someone say? Can we put music back on? There's no music? Oh, shoot, the music one. Oh, I see what happened. I didn't have... Yeah? Would you like to share with the rest of the class? What would you like to say? Uh-huh. Go on. Okay, yeah. You're making a good point. I don't know if you can hear her at all. Oh my god, she's being so freaking cute. Metal dice stream, every donation boosts the dice volume. Oh my god, that'll be funny. What kind of metal dice do you roll? Oh, they just jumped in. It sounded like that. You chugging those things. Here, let me roll a metal dice for you. You can absolutely hear what it sounds like. Like, I'm not even, near... Where's my... There it is. I'm not even near the microphone. I'm, 2 feet behind the microphone. That is so freaking loud. That was just me, casually rolling the dice on my wooden desk. It's so freaking loud. Excuse me. honey, I'm streaming. Ba, 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 ba. Sorcerer is always a good archetype for a caster. True. What is the silliest way you have used / seen a spell be used in an unintended way? We were actually playing D&D Beck Me, which is basic, expert, champion, master, immortal. But D&D Beck Me, it's similar to second edition, and our magic user cast it was like Illusory something. I can't remember. It's a really broken like second or third level spell, but you conjure an illusion, and if something fails its will save, it believes it's real. And so they conjured a massive, gigantic pig over an army of 50 gnolls. And like 35 of them failed their will save. And so because they thought the pig was real and it fell like 30 feet out of the air, their bodies reacted as though it was crushed by a pig and they all died. It was fantastic. I loved it so freaking much. I thought all TTRPG players had that creative streak. Not all of them, unfortunately. Not all of them. Some of us just have... I'm creative in some ways, just not all. Legos never really worked for me. Rolling... Yeah, you need a rolling met if you're using metal dice. Rogue is a great archetype for casters. Rogue is really good in general. It just gives you more skills, which is fantastic. What are you looking forward to in the upcoming Tian Sha? Obviously the Tanuki, because they're just good little drummer boys. I'm honestly excited to just learn more about Tian Sha. Tian Sha is one of those areas that I hear so much about, but we've only gotten little snippets from like the human ethnicity and stuff like that. I'm excited to actually learn more about the culture of the region. When the OGL debacle happened and I decided to switch to PF2, I saw your reply video to Cody and it was awesome. The way you handled that video caused me to go into binge watching your stuff. Thank you, Alzeron. That's sort of what my tactic was with that video. I'm going to calmly and politely say, hey, I'm not calling you wrong. I'm going to disagree with you. Here is why I am disagreeing. The end. Have a wonderful day. You know, because that's who I am. I'm not the kind of person who's going to chase drama. I'm not going to insult someone. I'm just going to chill. I'm going to state my case and say, hey, have a good one. Use normal and metal dice. I'm not getting back up. I just laid back down and my back hurts. My back hurts, chat. I need 4 gifted memberships to make it feel better and get a new emote. My doctor has actually prescribed the emote you see above my head, so, you know, if someone could just gift 4 $1 or $5 memberships, we'll be golden. My group is just migrating to PF2 from D&D, and I kind of want to make a sprite melee fighter, looking for advice on best ways to overcome tiny size. Size is not a huge limiting factor outside of roleplay in PF2. Like, tinies can share spaces, they can... Like, there's nothing that really holds them back outside. You'll need the Titan Grappler feat if you want to grapple with medium creatures, but otherwise, it's not really that bad. It's really not that bad. Since when am I Canadian? Since my back hurt. Have I seen the meme map of Tian Sha? No, I didn't know there was a meme map. Uh-oh. You can't see my beautiful makeup. Don't worry, don't worry. I'll get beautiful makeup filters for my VTuber model. Oh, thank you, Creative Birds. Welcome to the party. Do it for you. I hope it's still set to that. It's still set to the Borzoi, right? Good actual play. I love Min-Maxed. Me and Min-Maxed worked on a campaign together. We did 3 sessions worth, and I uploaded 3 episodes. They did so poorly that we just had to stop recording it, and they are private on the channel. You'd be a great voice actor. Thank you, Moonlight. I really want to do voice acting someday. I need a better setup, just house-wise. And I need to learn a little bit more about clear voicing, but I absolutely love voice acting and absolutely want to use it more. Where can I find more on Galarian? The Pathfinder wiki has a lot. You have to sort of know what you're looking for, but I'm sure you can just explore the Pathfinder wiki and check it out. Yo, Cat renewing your membership! Let's go! Let's go! The lack of mechanical differences between sizes has made the shrink spell... Yeah, shrink spell's not great. Doesn't it give you like a +2 to dex? Does it even do that anymore? Like, Shrink... I can't think of any... I've never seen Shrink casted in Pathfinder 2, not gonna lie. Does it do anything else? Becomes tiny. Yeah, it's a rough way. In the way that they've made Pathfinder 2 a very balanced game mechanically, they have removed some of the more nuanced, fancy stuff. You know, like... Like the old days where, like, if you were shrunk to tiny size, you just got, like, a +10 to stealth. Obviously, it was broken beyond belief, but it was also just so fun. So, yeah, I know. I'll be streaming for, like, another hour, and then we can play, okay? Okay? Okay, is that good for you? Is that good for you? Yes. Okay, good girl. Yeah, fun archetypes for Bard, Celebrity, Dandy, Sorcerer is great. Those are all pretty cliche. I say defy all norms. Kobold, Bard, Dragon Disciple. No one in my group in GMing wants to train medicine. Any alternatives to treat wounds? Heal spell? Soothe spell? Yeah, just any spellcaster outside of Arcane can get the job done if they need to. Or potions, Alchemist, or scrolls. Have them buy scrolls if any of them have it on their spell list. That way they don't have to waste spell slots. You know, there's a lot of ways around it. Not Twitch, so I can't give you my Prime sub. That's another thing that I'm really excited for on Twitch, is people who don't have, like, the money to support but might have Amazon Prime can gift their Prime. And I love a good Prime subby wubby. Yo, Metallic Ghost, welcome to the party! I really hope... Is it... Can I do it for you? I need to listen. I can't hear it. I can't hear it. My headphones are all the way over there on the table. My sound alert is, didn't I do it for you, right? Our gunslingers still a bit weak. I love them. I absolutely love them. They're risky. They're like the Magus. You either do insane damage or very little damage. It is, thank you. My dog is just cuddled up against my legs. Oh my god, I love this dog. But yeah, no, gunslingers are just risky. You have to be willing to gamble. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, if you miss, or you don't roll high enough, you're going to have a bad time. Oh, that's true. If people are trained in medicine, nature as well, they can get natural medicine skill feat. That's a good one. Yeah, 3rd edition, if you were tiny, you get +8 to dex, +8 to stealth. Yeah, +2 to AC. It's insane. Yeah. Will Beginner's Box and Abomination Vaults have enough lore for my lore-loving players? That's up to the GM. That's up to you as the GM, how much lore you decide to give them. The lore is in the books. The Beginner's Box doesn't have a whole lot. But if you roleplay into it, it will. Abomination Vaults has a lot of, like, optional lore where, A, they have to find it. They have to succeed some saving throws. They need to go looking for it. But yeah, if they actively look for it, it's there. Any ideas how to build a character more focused on elemental weapons besides Magus? Champion could be fun. With Weapon Ally, you can just give yourself Flaming, which is cool. And then get a few other enchanted weapons with some runes. Really, anybody can use enchanted elemental weapons if you use, like, the Flaming rune. And another one has the Frost rune. And another one has the, I think it's Caustic rune. You know, there's runes for all the different elemental damage types, so you can have some fun with that. I dumped the map in your Discord meme chat. Let's go. Thank you, Phelan. Scrolling. Cats or dogs? I love cats, but right now I only have a dog, so I love her. Oh my god, she's being so cuddly. I think my dog can just literally tell when the camera's on, because there's no camera right now, and she's just chilling. She's so cute. Cast Maze on yourself to get out of Swallowed Whole? Yeah, but then you're stuck in Maze. Is Spell Shot for Gunslinger any good? I've never used it. If it's anything like Eldritch Archer, yeah, it's going to be amazing. I played an Eldritch Archer fighter once. It was incredible. Damage was busted. Which time period in the past of the Lost Omen setting would you most want to play during? I'd like to play during Earthfall. Like, the day after Earthfall. Like, survival, rebuilding, community. I think that would be an absolute blast. Maybe play as the, Aslanti. The crumbling Aslanti Empire. I think that'd be really, really fun. Hello, oh, God, my chat keeps just jumping down. Hello, I've returned. So what would be a good ancestry for a fighter with a Cavalier archetype? Well, if you want to ride a dog, you can play a Halfling. Halflings get riding dogs. Otherwise, you could do something really cool, like an orc with a riding drake or something. World's your oyster, really. There's no bad ancestry. Unless you're going like full... Unless you're really worried about min-maxing, then like don't pick gnome, I guess, so you don't take a penalty to strength. Excuse me. Oh, boy. How long do you give players after a fight in dungeon environment? My players want to use treat wounds over and over until everyone is full HP. Oh, God. This can take up to 40 minutes in game time. If your players are wasting 40 minutes in a dungeon and they just caused a ruckus fighting monsters, another monster should patrol into that room after a while. You know, if they do it once near the beginning of the dungeon, sure, not a big deal. But if they, like... If they're doing that after every fight, the one medic is spending 10 minutes on every single character, that's like, something's got to give. You know, the monsters in the next room need to be better prepared. They need to come find them. They might as well just be resting in the dungeon at that point. Kinetic's playtest have elemental weapon feats? Do they? Cool. Oh, that's true. With the rogue archetype, you could get nimble dodge, which is just a great feat at level. I think you get that at level 4. Wish there was a subclass for the barbarian that is just a meat wall, resistant to damage, tons of HP. Interesting you say that, Obedient Mammal. It sure would be interesting if the Sinclair's Library revealed something like that. That'd be crazy. Imagine if Sinclair's Library released a barbarian instinct like that. It'd be kind of cool. It'd be kind of cool if I was, you know, playing one right now and I had artwork of it. You know, if I had artwork of the barbarian. I won't leak anything, but I will go find the artwork to share with you because I love it. And it's exactly that. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop pretending. Like, yes, there's going to be a new barbarian subclass that is all about tanking. It does less damage. It's got less everything. I can't find it. I'm too lazy to find it right now. I'm sorry, but yes, that's all I will say. There's going to be a new subclass devoted entirely to being a meat shield. What do you think about free dedication feat rule? That's fine. That's the one you get at like level 1. Like everyone gets Ancient Elf, right? I think that's totally fine. Everyone has sort of like a side gig. That's right, sprites get corgi too. Someone needs a surprisingly fat horse. My group seems to be under the impression that you said +1 doesn't matter that much. Where did they get that from? From a video where I made a video saying the +1 doesn't matter that much. Like, that +1, sure, it will min-max maybe 1 out of every 10 rolls at best. But if you are min-maxing your character to the point where you're trying to squeeze every single little +1 out of the system, personally, I feel like you're missing the point of the game. I understand that min-maxing can be fun, mechanically, and if your whole table is in that mindset, it's a lot easier, you know, it's a lot better. When everyone's doing it, it's fine. The problem comes when a lot of people just want to roleplay their characters. Maybe they're flawed, maybe they're not perfect, but, like, if people just want to roleplay and there's only the one person at the table who is trying to break the game mechanically, to min-max, and is playing their fighter with the druid archetype so they can be a monkey with like a +15 to hit at level 4, like, it can really kill the game for a lot of people. So that's why I made that video. That's my personal stance. Oh, I've got it. Sax Pigs and Kingmaker General Trap. Oh, you're so right. If only I wasn't lazy. Maybe I'll get it. I'm probably going to pick the horse for jousting, though the Riding Drake is definitely an interesting option. Riding Drake is really cool. Yeah, I've been tempted to use one, but I haven't quite. When is Sinclair slated to release? It's hard to say. Little setbacks here and there. Fun fact, did you guys know that making a book is hard? Did you know that making a book is like a fucking process? I don't want to give a date. I don't want to give a date because I don't have a date. We are on I believe the 4th playtest package of 6 has been released. The 5th one can't be far away. Once the 6th one is out, it's about taking all of the feedback, fixing it all, and then the product is coming out. How long that'll take, I can't say. I did, Shanwolf. I did. It's been a blast. Hello. Thank you for joining me today. It's been a great day. I'm a cartoon! I sure am. But that's just my personality. Yeah, let me get the Kingmaker chat. Because I'm playing them. I'm playing this. There it is. Open in browser. Save image. Save. Oh, God, it's so much work. Chat, why did you make me do all this work? It's too much. Oh, my little thingies can't take it. Downloads. What do you mean no? Add image. I know, Ka. Browse. That was like 8 freaking clicks. Oh, it's so big. Oh, it's so big. Hold on. Fit to screen. There he is. There's my boy. There is my tower shield wielding barbarian boy. So yeah, I won't tell you anything about the barbarian subclass, but what you're looking at, that's what it is. That's my boy. There you go. This isn't official artwork for Sinclair's. This is just my personal artwork I got done by my my friend Tabaxi Cafe. But yeah, this is of that subclass. Please rank which of the iconics you'd want to hang out with. Amiri. Amiri. Don't you start squeaking. It's not squeak o'clock, ma'am. You ain't squeak o'clock yet. Yeah. The straight on perspective is cursed on purpose. I like building a character that's really good at one thing but really bad at something else. That's fair. I like that. I'm introducing my players to Pathfinder First Edition and I want to try Iron Gods. What book should I allow to not overwhelm them? I will always say, for your first game, you should just use Player's Handbook, Game Mastery Guide, regardless of the system. Use the core rules. Maybe, I say one supplement max. You know? If it's 5e, maybe allow them to use, like, just Tasha's. For Pathfinder, I'd say start them with the core rulebook, maybe the Advanced Player's Guide, and that's it for their first session. If one of them is dying to use a Magus, maybe let them use Secrets of Magic, but just be careful not to overwhelm them. That's a very VTuber thing to say. I don't even know what I said. You squeaker! Alright, sorry for the squeaking. She's just having fun. Is that a wrestling chair? It is not. It's a tower shield. I just went back in time. I gotta jump ahead. I was way behind on chat. Is that playtest still ongoing? I believe so, yeah. I'll go check real quick. If we go to sinclairslibrary.com, you can hover over playtest download. You can get all 3 of the playtests and the 5e playtests. Okay, so we're only on playtest number 3, not 4. My bad. Squeak. Squeak. How do you get the book if you didn't take part in the Kickstarter? You can go right to sinclairslibrary.com. I'll put it into chat real quick. Y'all just enjoy the squeaking of the dog. There you go. Squeak counter ones. Metallic Ghost, don't worry. When I get a full actual VTuber model, I plan to get different toggles so we can have, like, Goth Nonat VTuber. I'm very excited. It should be an absolute blast. What would you say is the jankiest class in PF2? Jankiest? Probably Summoner. Summoner's tough. They're not as good at spellcasting as a spellcaster. Their Eidolon's not quite as good at fighting as a martial class. And balancing the action economy can be rough, especially if you're just learning it. It's still a great class. It's just a little bit janky depending on how you do it. Converted to PF2 a few weeks ago and have been spamming your videos. Let's go, Sam Shear. Thank you for the support, and thank you for your ad revenue. Yeah, Riding Drake is not great for dungeoneering. That's brutal. I mean, Vampire V. I'm not a vampire. Everyone thinks I'm a vampire. I'm not a vampire, okay? I'm just a little guy. The squeaking adds to my threatening aura. Oh my god. Yeah, once I saw the mouth start tracking the squeaks, I had to let it happen. That was absolutely incredible. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo, VTubers are fun, y'all. Did you know that VTubers are fun? Get some grease. Yeah, I'm a little squeaky right now. Sorry, guys. My spokes are a little bit rusted up. You wouldn't happen to watch Adeptus Ridiculous, would you? I have not. No. It sounds like a Warhammer thing, though. Cursed kisses. Yo, Jeremy, thank you for the $1 super chat. Pardon me as I reposition my entire being on this couch. Thank you so much. I'm triggering your dog. No. Also, chat, I'm just saying, like, big shrug, just saying, we are 1 membership away for as little as $1. The membership size doesn't matter. As little as $1, someone joins or gifts a membership. That's a new emote for chat. That's the Nonat Cash emote. Big time. Big stuff. So obviously no one walked in on that because I had no idea how to explain what I was looking at. Oh, I thought you meant like +1 from Inspire Courage isn't a big help. No. Like, it's... So here's the thing. A +1 from Inspire Courage, to me, is so different than, like, squeezing out a weird interaction of 3 different parts of the game to get an extra +1. I don't... And here's the thing. Inspire Courage is effectively a +4, you know? If you're in a party of 4, that's 4 people getting +1 on all of their attacks. If everyone attacks twice per round, that's like that's like 7 +1s. That matters. You squeaking out a +1 for 1 or 2 attacks is a lot different. Also, Jeremy, thank you for that last membership. Welcome to the party. And Tiny Tiefling gifting a membership as well. Bumping us up and past the 100 mark. Y'all will be getting a Nonat cash emote. Ooh, Tiefling gifting a level 5, and Mitchell renewing their level 5. Holy cow, thank you all. Didn't I do it for you? Ka, celebrate. Okay. Oh my god, welcome new people to the party, and thank you to those renewing. Let's go. I'm so excited to get Diva Dragon working on that emote. I want to make it so it's like the, you are just going, huh? I am sorry. I want to get it so it's like the... Which cartoon was it? Was it Tom and Jerry? Where they would have like the dollar signs like sticking out of their eyes and their tongue going down? Like, basically like an auga face, but with money. That's what I want to do with it. It's me. Hey, I have 6 frames. Actually, no, I have 12 frames, Magic Gnome. I have... this, but I have open mouth blinking, closed mouth blinking, open mouth not blinking, closed mouth not blinking, and the same for over here. I also have my Kronk ones, you know, just in case. Squeak, squeaker, squeaker, squeakums. Squeak, squeak, and squeak, and squeak. After the core Advanced Player's Guide, Best Years, and Game Master Guide, what book gives the best bang for the buck? Right now, I would be inclined to say the newest one, Treasure Vault, but it depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for magic items and equipment, Treasure Vault. If you're looking for classes, either Dark Archive, Guns and Gears, or Secrets of Magic. So it really depends if you're looking for player options or player gear to give them. Those are my 4 most recommended, I think. Horror idea. After really bad takes in chat, Nonat's ears start to bleed. Just imagine, like... Hey, go, wait. Just imagine, like, if my eyes started bleeding right now. Could you imagine if just, like, this pose just started crying blood? That would be terrifying. With the squeaks? Like, I just go silent. My eyes start bleeding. Yeah, that's some, like, 2012 creepypasta. I love it. Yeah, Treasure Vault is fantastic. I think I made the mistake of allowing my IRL D&D group to create a level 1 for the BB and not limiting them to the BB ancestry and classes? BB? What's a BB? BBDs? What? BB. I feel like I should know what that means. Am I crazy? The Kronk VTuber. The VTuber intended specifically for Kronk. Kronk's VTuber. Beginner box! Oh, okay. Sorry, my brain is... I'm terrible at acronyms. So wait, I think I made the mistake of allowing my IRL D&D group to create a level 1 for the beginner's box, not limiting them to the beginner's box and classes. One of them had no issues. I don't think that's necessarily a problem. It won't be imbalanced or anything. It's just they might be a little bit confused. You know, if they picked up the Magus or the Oracle for their first character, they're probably going to be a little bit confused, because they require basic knowledge of spellcasting and other basic, stuff. Bieber. Oh, BB was for Beard Box. Right, which you should all go and follow on Twitch. He's been doing Kingdom Hearts 2 randomizer runs, which is terrifying. Someday I'll learn them. Yeah, I know the beginner's box only allows like the 4 basic ancestries, the 4 basic classes, but I think you can get away with more. Ka, you are insatiable. Yeah? You happy? Can you breathe? Oh, thanks. You're bringing it closer? Appreciate it. I think everyone really wanted to hear it better. Your first character was a summoner mammal? Oh god, that's so much. I'm just vibing. I don't need a plug. Well, you're getting one. Too bad. My stream, my rules. I should go update that update thing here, shouldn't I? I need to go update... Which one is it? It is the sponsor goal. Let's do an update, shall we? We're gonna set it to 130. You know what, chat? Since you're all here, since all 117 of y'all are vibing here, what should we do for our next emote? What do you guys want for a next emote idea? Like, give me some ideas. I want the chat to have like emotes that they earn, that they want to use. So like, hit me with some emote ideas, and then we can like gather like the 3 top ones and make a poll. I think that'd be fun. Because we already have that beauty, Cinderheart. Thank you. The big cry. GM did a fantastic job. Fantastic. A Nonat twerk. Oh god. Nonat heart. I did want to make a Nonat heart one. Absolutely want to make a Nonat heart. Nonat Amogus. I don't even know how you do that. A Kronk emote. Oh, we could do a Kronk emote. Everyone wants some. What? There's too many blood recommendations. Oh god. Let's see. Kronk could be fun. I mean, so here's the thing. Technically, the emotes are already vampire. Because my friend Diva Dragon is the one making them, she makes all of them as Vampnat. If you look closely, I have like a cowl and a fancy shirt. Nonat cat ears. A squeaky toy. The let me do it for you. Let me do it for you. Just a Borzoi Nonat ones. Oh man. A dog squeak would be funny. A dog squeak could be fun. Oh, like if it was her with a squeaky toy in her mouth? That could be cute. Yeah, all of my emotes are vampire. Do we want to do that? Do we want to do like Nonat squeaky? I think that sounds fun, especially after today's stream. I think that would be a fantastic way to do it. I'll set that. All right, let me set that up. Stream elements, Nonat, 1, 2, 3, 4, squeaky emote, set a goal, 130. Yeah, so my goal is to do it every 30 members. That way, like, you know, I still make a little bit on it, but honestly, for the most part, the money from these memberships is going back into the chat. You know, I'm spending almost all of that on the emote. So I think it's a really good way to do it. Like, your money is going into improving the available emotes to the chat. I did see that chat died. Chat, why'd you die? Oh, because I reloaded the overlay. No nap. Every time you bite the neck, it just squeaks. That's great. Yeah, we do have dog treat as an emote. That's true. We do have treat. But yeah, squeaky should be great. The squeaker toy should be the tip sound. Oh god. No, yeah, that'll be fun. Also, don't worry. When I do try out Twitch as well, once I hit affiliate, because I don't think you can do it until you're affiliate, all of the emotes unlocked over here will be carrying over to Twitch as well. So no need to worry about that. Those ones will cross over. Oh boy. This has been fun. Which class hits the hardest? Barbarian. I believe Barbarian has the highest potential to do the most possible damage in one single hit, not counting maybe really high-level spells. Oh boy. Nonat Canadian. True. Oh, lordy. Oh, so I'm really excited, because this Friday, we might actually be returning to my game that I GM. Y'all, I have not GM'd Pathfinder in like 5 or 6 months. I'm so freaking psyched to get back to it because I miss it so much. And like, I've noticed it in my content too. Like, I don't think I've slowed down content that much in recent months, but it's been harder and harder for me to find inspiration. God, you are so squeaky. That's like 10 minutes straight. Like the last like 5 months, it's been harder and harder for me to find inspiration for videos. it's been really, really difficult just because I'm not experiencing it as much, you know? As a player, you only get to experience sort of a certain percentage of the system, whereas as a GM, you do experience every single facet of it. So when I was GMing for 2 years straight, you know, it was helping me constantly get inspiration, constantly understand what was happening and why it was happening, and thus inspiring me to talk about different things. But as a player, the inspiration was very, very limited. So I'm really hopeful and looking forward to GMing again and getting that inspiration for more video ideas, which will be fun. Not Magus? I guess technically, yeah. Magus probably has the highest one-hit potential. That's true, with like a really high-level spell. True. Making a new PC, a silent whispering goblin psychic. They use goblin song and their psychic powers to annoy people and never shuts up. Oh no. That sounds like it's going to be really fun to roleplay as long as it's done well and isn't just like annoying for the sake of being annoying. You know what I mean? Like there's a line. As long as you can just toe that line, I think it's going to be fantastic. Yeah, Giant Instinct is nutty. I think by max level, they get a flat plus 18 to damage, and then you can critical on that. It's ridiculous. But probably Magus will actually end up doing more, like a great weapon Magus. Regalia Thaumaturge... No, not... Oh, wait, Regalia Thaumaturge. Doesn't that just give bonuses to, like, diplomacy and stuff? Thaumaturge would hit decent, but not insane. Not on the same level as Barbarian. You get inspiration from the weird stuff players can do. Exactly. Bro dodged the D's joke. I didn't on purpose. Was it in chat? I don't know. I'm not smart enough for D's jokes, you know? That's just a level of humor that's just well above my pay grade, you know? There's such a tough line to not cross between an annoying character and an annoying player. That's true of everything. Of, like, a chaotic player, a chaotic character but not a chaotic player, a good player but not a good character, etc., etc. There's a lot of lines to cross, and being a good role player, there's a lot of lessons to learn. You almost got me? With what? Oh, I see it now. See, I'm just lucky. Half the time, it's not even that. I'm just lucky. And look, here's the thing. I wouldn't mind Goblin. But U-Hiss don't have those. U-Hiss just has nunchucks. And, like, I could gobble the nunchucks, but that just doesn't sound as good. You know, it doesn't roll off the tongue. Well, if they might. Oh, y'all, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, and you're curious, go ahead and just go to Twitter. It's all on Twitter. The Twitter has been a wild, wild adventure. And people who have been following me on there know exactly what I'm talking about. It's been fun. It's been a blast. But man, if you are uncomfortable with NSFW posts, maybe don't go to Twitter. Don't send them into the darkness. Hey, I'm giving them a torch, okay? The torch will last long enough for them to get into the darkness, and then they can either turn around and say no, or the torch can go out and they can succumb. Here's so much love for goblins in 2E. In my D&D campaign, my players collect their right arms in a... What? Why? Why? Why are they collecting right goblin arms? That's so messed up. Oh my god, I hate it. That makes me so uncomfortable. I don't think I've ever had players do anything like on that level of crazy or neurotic. Honestly, my players have been pretty well controlled and maintained. Like, honestly, I can't think, Andrew, if any of us have ever done anything that crazy. People have done stupid things, you know, like going into an Archdruid chamber when they were specifically warned not to. But I can't think of anyone doing anything, like, crazy or murderous. No one's really anywhere near a murder hobo. Even in your campaign, really. Even Sax doesn't do that much. Candied goblin fingers. Waiting for Josh to go off the deep end because he always does. But he's playing a lawyer! You know, Josh is playing someone who respects the law. And unless he gets jealous of Sax doing chaotic things, I don't see that changing. Oh, man. D&D does get wild. My wife's first session, she had to clear some goblins and I had to prove it, so she just started collecting them. Just stuck. Oh, God. I really don't like when players do stuff like that to ancestries. That's fair. I can see that being a little uncomfortable. He committed terrorism as a monk in 3.5. I don't want to hear it. Oh, I still don't think I've heard the whole story. I think I've heard an abridged version, but I don't think I ever got the full story on the terrorism. Probably shouldn't say that in the YouTube stream, huh? Oh well. Collecting left arms wouldn't be right. I want to ban you, but I can't, because that was just really well done. Oh, man. Yeah. No, the weirdest thing I can think of in the last, like, 2 years, I was playing D&D 5e with, like, Runesmith, Rymac, Tabaxi Cafe, and a few others. I think Adon was there. And I had them... They were going to fight 2 ogres. 2 large forest ogres they came across. But instead of fighting them, they outsmarted them. They said, my players were like, rather than fighting you to the death, we bet we are stronger than you. We bet we are more athletic than you. And so the ogres, having like an 8 intelligence, were like, nuh-uh, we're stronger than you. And they said, okay, let's prove it. We'll try to race around the entire forest. And they rolled diplomacy and got like a 19 on the die. So the ogres were like, okay, yeah, we'll race you. And they, like, counted them off, and the 2 ogres took off running around the entire, like, 15-mile diameter forest. And just, they were gone. They got rid of them. They dealt with it. And then they found the ogre's mother, who they did drop to 0 hit points, and then healed her, made friends with her, stayed in her ogre cabin for dinner, and then made peace and left. It was mind-blowing. It was absolutely incredible. You played a cannibal who ate a giant? Damn! They kept 3, though, that are now friends. It wasn't anything against goblins. They didn't know the goblins were being forced to fight for some... It's always the bugbears! Ever since Dark Alliance, the video game, it's always the bugbears. Ogres are friend-shaped. Everything is friend-shaped if you squint hard enough, okay? Just because that mimic tried to bite you doesn't mean it's aggressive. You were the one reaching inside of it, you know? Give it a chance. Make a friend. Make a change. Oh boy, oh boy. I'm gonna tell you, y'all. This has been a cozy freaking stream. Did I disable the jump scares? I might have disabled the jump scares, Anonymous. Let's find out together. Especially because I think this is a new overlay. I don't think it has the jump scare.
Hello, I like money.
Anonymous
Alas,
jump scare.
no jump scare for you today. But I will take your $2 and buy some chicken nuggies with it. Thank you. As someone who played a bugbear in a mini D&D campaign, I want to protect all of them. Bugbears are interesting. Bugbears don't have enough, like, spotlight. We don't know a whole lot about them. They're usually just described as big goblins. I feel like bugbears are just D&D's hobgoblins. I think hobgoblins exist in D&D, but they're, like, never used. It's always bugbears. Yeah, I think when I get back to GMing, I'm going to start using more intricate and interesting...
I like money.
Why'd you do this to me, Creative Burst? Why would you do this? It's 2 p.m. We're good till 2:05. You know exactly what you're doing. And while I respect the hell out of you for doing it, I'm still mad. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. As I continue to GM, I think I'm going to try my best to... Oh, hold on. We're going off screen. There we go. That's better. When I continue to GM, I think I'm going to do my best to avoid some of the more common stuff I've used. I use goblins a lot, especially in Pathfinder. I've used a lot of goblins. And I just feel like there comes a time when you've used enough goblins, you need to explore. You need to expand your repertoire. Like a sorcerer, reaching level 3. Honestly, I'll need to look into the region that our party's going to. We're doing a little bit of a time skip. They got on a boat. They're showing up at a big city. Problem is, hopefully I can find the notes for this campaign, so I remember which city we went to. I deleted them all. Uh-oh. I just realized. When I reset my computer last week, I saved quite a few documents. I saved my character sheets. I saved all my Pathfinder books. All my pre-recorded footage. I didn't record I didn't save my notes. So, Andrew, pardon me, I'll come Friday, as I just try to bullshit as much as I can. Also, I didn't miss the top of the head, okay? Kronk just doesn't have the top of his head in that shot, so we'll switch to this one. There you go. Don't worry, I'm sure you were all just heading to, Kadira to save an imprisoned genie from being sold by the rich mayor who was being manipulated by a demon trying to resurrect a dragon. That sounds like a unique plot. We'll go with that one. Just here to say that mashed potatoes are tasty. True! That's so incredibly true! Goblins are swarm with numbers. Hobgoblins are military tactics. Bugbears beat someone to death in their sleep. Please. You don't have to tell me about Isma. I already know how she goes. Goblins and kobolds are the best of friends. No one should hurt them. But what if they steal my juice? What if the kobolds take all my food? And I'm left hungry, because I don't got my appy juice. You don't want to save me without my appy juice. Are the gobbies, bugbees, what am I reading? I mean, you can't really assign an alignment to a single creature, you know what I'm saying? You can't really assign a single alignment to a single creature. They're all sort of diverse. You can assign a general alignment to their culture, sure, but you can't just assume they all follow the same culture. What's that character on the screen? What, you've never seen Kronk before, Hillary? Are you telling me you've never seen Kronk, star character of the Emperor's New Groove, where I poison a man and turn him into a llama? This is real. Bugbears do be fluffy. They don't get enough love. I should use more bugbears. Bears for bugs. Bugs specifically followed by bears. Those bugbears. You've never seen Emperor's New Groove! Hillary! You break my Kronky heart. What would it sound like if Kronk GM'd a horror campaign? So, as you all open the door to the mansion, you're greeted by a echoing creak. The door clearly hasn't been opened in months, if not longer. The dust is palpable. You can see it clinging to the walls. The pictures can barely be made out as the glass frames are coated in a layer of grime. Sitting on the centerpiece of the table is not a vase of flowers or ornamental assembly like you'd be used to, but instead the severed head of the town mayor. The head looks at you. Roll initiative. There we go. There's your Kronk horror campaign. Also, it's been 5 minutes, so we can finally go back to normal. I love Kronk. I am enjoying your voice. You don't know what it is, but you're enjoying it. Let's go. You should have a bugbear salon? Andrew, there's going to be a bugbear salon, okay? If I forget, make sure there's a bugbear salon. Oh, man. Dungeon that starts in a cave. You fight giant bugs, then bears, and they're all owned by bugbears. I love that. What do you think about heavy armor barbarian? You'd have to do some effort to make it work. You need to take like a champion archetype or the armor proficiency general feat. For low levels, I think it could be fun. It could be a really good way to get around needing dexterity on a barbarian. But yeah, up until like level 13 or 14, I think it would work totally fine. At that point, you won't be able to get any better armor proficiency, I don't think, unfortunately. Maybe out of the champion archetype you could. But yeah, I think it'd be a great way to get around the weakness of barbarians still requiring dexterity. Thank you for the $2, TL. More than glad to do Kronk campaigns. Tab don't have hair, can't talk to them. Excuse me, salons are more than hair. They could paint your claws, they could do makeup, you know, they could really upgrade your clown makeup to the next level. I'm just saying.
Got a Battlesmith Artificer that's very pet-heavy with gun. If I moved this character to 2E, would they be a gunslinger with an adventure dedication, or the other way around? Probably the other way around. If your focus is so much on the mechanical pet, you would probably want Inventor first to get the most out of your pet, and then you can still use firearms. You'll just be a little bit less accurate and have access to less fancy gun moves. So if your focus is on the pet, go Inventor. Disrespecting Bongo. Look, I'm just saying, Bongo's a damn good clown. He did not study makeup. His application process is like a massive sponge that just smears your face. There's a lot to be learned. Sentinel dedication. Oh, right, Sentinel! Duh! I'm not smart. I forgot Sentinel existed. Ignore me. I've never played this game before. What's Pathfinder? Can someone teach me? There's so many freaking archetypes. That's why I will say it's getting to be a point where I feel like there's not content bloat in PF2, but there is archetype bloat. There is so many archetypes, I'm starting to lose track. Now, the nice thing is, like, 9 times out of 10, if you're missing an archetype, it's probably not the end of the world. But there's well over 150 archetypes already, and it's getting to be really hard to keep track of. Are bugbears troll-related? I don't think so. I think they're more goblin-related. Are there any good Magus dedications? The Magus dedication itself is surprisingly good. You get a cantrip, you get Spell Strike. The only difference is you can only Spell Strike once per 10 minutes. No, once per minute. I believe instead of having the ability to recharge your Spell Strike with an action, it just has a 1 minute cooldown, and then it comes back. So, like, the Magus dedication on something like a fighter can be nasty. Do you have to go as popping in a break? No worries, Hillary. Keep it real. We probably won't go for too much longer. I just know I accidentally posted on Twitter that the stream starts at 2. And so just in case people were showing up around this time, I didn't want to be done. So we'll go till at least 2:30 or 3. Bugbears in 5e are classified as Fang. Oh, Goblinoid. Yeah, I think that is it. I think Goblinoid is the term. I mean, are there any good dedications to take as a Magus? Oh. You never understood how to make a 2E character? Well, Simon, I have like 3 different videos giving guides to how to make a character in PF2, all of different lengths. Find one and pick your fancy. It's really not that complicated. It's just a 3-step process, and each step has like a couple of choices. Like, yeah, character creation at its base is a 3-step process. Step 1, ancestry is 1, 2, 3 choices. Your background is 1, like 2.5 choices. Maybe you can count as 3 choices. And your class, unless you're a spellcaster, is usually like 2 choices. It's really easy, honestly. Any good dedications to take as a Magus? That's a tougher one. Because Magi can already use martial weapons, and they want to be using the same type of weapon at all times, which makes it hard for them to explore a bit. Scroll Trickster is pretty good for Magus. And I'll honest, I've always sworn that Wizard is good on Magus just because it's extra spells. You know, anything that gives you extra spells makes you do extra spell slots, so pretty much that's what you're looking for if you're just looking to get more spell strikes out. Path Builder is also really helpful for learning how to make characters. It walks you through every step. What class could a Naughty use if he would be mostly in his natural form? You can use any class. But just be aware, if you're in your spider form, you can't use verbal components, so most spell casting is out. You can use Psychic. You could be a Psychic, since Psychics replace all somatic and verbal components with mental ones. You could actually get away with that. They don't need somatic or verbal, so you don't need to be able to talk. So I think while Wild Shaped, you can cast... Oh my god!
Damage you normally must be of the opposite alignment to take damage, but with the wording Divine Decree seems targets take damage as long as they are not the same
Thank you.
alignment as the one chosen for the spell.
Thank you, Sanctus. Sanct is... Simus. Thanks, Sans from Undertale. With alignment damage, you normally must be of the opposite alignment to take damage. With the wording of Divine Decree, it seems targets take damage as long as they are not the same alignment as the one chosen. I'm not familiar. Let me go ahead and check. Text-to-speak echo? Oh, shoot. That might be because I have Stream Elements Editor open. But let me go and look this. I'm not familiar with Divine Decree. Let me look this up, and I will use my vast, massive brain to figure this out. You order potent litany from your faith, you mandate that harms those who oppose your ideals. Choose an alignment your deity has.
You can't cast the spell if you don't have a deity. The spell gains the trait of the alignment you chose. You deal 7d10 damage to creatures in the area. Creatures with an alignment that matches the one you chose are unaffected. Those that neither match nor oppose treat the result of their saving throw as 1 degree better. Yeah, okay. So, this is a really cool spell. It does work how you think, Sanctus, Sans Undertale. Let me use this as an example. Let's say you choose good. You choose the good alignment for Divine Decree. Everyone within 40 feet of you that is good aligned takes no damage. Everyone that is evil aligned takes full damage and makes the saving throw, which means they could still save. And anyone who is neutral gets basically has incapacitation trait. So if they roll a success, they automatically crit succeed. That's a really cool spell. I've never actually seen that before. So basically, it's always going to be one of three, because every character in the game is always either chaotic, neutral, lawful, good, evil, lawful. So if you pick good, everyone will either avoid all damage, take full damage, or increase their saving throw success by 1 stage. So yes, if you choose good, it does damage neutral characters. Wanderer's Guide is good, but it does tend to be slow because it's just one guy running the server. It's a fantastic site, but it's unfortunately usually limited. One of your recommended level 2 spells to take is Magus at level 4. Hybrid Study is Dimensional Assault as Elf Tiefling. Mirror Image is tough. Using spells... So you're using the spell slots as sort of a buff. Mirror Image is not a bad idea. As a Magus, you're not super tanky. You can't take a whole lot of punishment. So Mirror Image might just save your butt. And your cantrips do really good damage. People complain that they don't have the spell slots to deal damage as a Magus, but they forget that, like, the damage difference between a cantrip and a spell slot spell isn't that much. Like, let me look here. If we look at the arcane spells, if you're level 5, and your cantrips are doing 3d4 plus 4, probably. You probably have an 18 intelligence at that point, since you're level 5. 3d4 plus 4, compared to a 3rd level spell slot. There's so many spells. Oh my god. I forgot how many spells are in this game. Let's see. Let's look at a single target spell. Not Fireball. Lightning Bolts. Are there any single target damage spells at 3rd level arcane? There's gotta be. There's so many fancy spells. Vampiric Touch? How about Vampiric Touch? Vampiric Touch deals 66. With no bonus. Versus 3d4 with a bonus. It's good. You know, it's not going to be quite as much, but the damage difference is not as massive as a lot of people think. There's so many spells. My god, I didn't realize how many spells there were at this point. Wow. Shock and Grasp is great. Yeah, Shock and Grasp is fantastic. It's so much freaking damage. But Fireball's the answer to everything? Yeah, but if you're a Magus, you're going to blow yourself up. You can't just ignore yourself with the Fireball Spell Strike unless you're a ranged Magus. A ranged Magus with Fireball Spell Strike is an absolute baller. Absolutely incredible. Oh, man. What time are we at? 2:15-ish? Exactly 2:15. All right. Does anyone have any last-minute questions? I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here because I am getting a little voice tired. Thank you to everyone who donated. Like, you all were so freaking generous today. Thank you for that and all the questions. Yeah, if you've got absolutely any more questions, hit me with them now and we'll answer them out. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and make lunch or something, or figure out what I'm doing for dinner, because I don't quite know. I also need to put my computer back. Ranger Magus Spell Strike Fireball is so good, yeah. Through my understanding, Blightburn Sickness isn't... it is straight up radiation poisoning, which is worse because it has the potential to spread, but it doesn't have the potential to spread. Only the main target of the Blightburn Sickness gets it. It does not spread as an illness. Confession, I've been a wizard for almost 3 years in one campaign, only used Fireball once. Confession, I've been a wizard... I was a wizard for 1.5 years. I never used Fireball once. I used Lightning Bolt. Thank you for the stream, informative and fun as ever. Thank you, TL, for hanging out with me. Possible last question. Squeak, squeakity, squeak, squeaking. Squeaker, squeakin', squeak, squeak. Squeak, squeakin', squeak, squeakin', squeakin', squeak, squeak. Squeak, squeakin', squeaker. Squeak, squeakin', squeak, squeak. Squeaker, squeakin', squeak. Squeak, squeakin'. What is your best piece of advice for a new GM? Don't let the rules get in the way of having fun. Make sure you and your friends are actually having a good time, that is more important than making sure someone's attack roll was correct. Obviously, make sure that everyone knows how to play the game, but if you can't figure out how concealment works and you've spent 10 minutes trying to find it and you can't find it, just move on. Homebrew something, keep the game rolling, keep everyone playing, make sure everyone's having a good time. It's all about the vibe of the table, not about the rules at the end of the day. Thoughts: the vaccine in Treasure Vault's book says it can be for any disease. Blightburn sickness is a disease. True, but Blightburn says it can only be cured by magic. Blightburn sickness is immune to the vaccine. That's a terrifying sentence. Why is Ranger the best class? Because the subclasses are some of the most interesting and mechanically unique in the game. I love the Ranger subclasses. Ranger's one of my favorite classes. Lightning Bolt or Fireball, which is better? Honestly, probably Lightning Bolt, but people just like Fireball because circles are easier than lines. One of the most important parts to read through in the Beginner Box Game Mastery Guide. Honestly, mostly just the adventure. If you're a GM, read that adventure. Even if you don't play it, it's so useful to read it because it gives you advice as a GM what to do in different situations. It's fantastically written. It's all about letting all your characters be Nonat 1 vampires. I'm not a vampire. I'm not a vampire. I'm not a vampire. Look at this. Do I look like a vampire to you? You don't get cured, you become immune. Really? Let me take a look at that. If that's the exact wording, that's actually really interesting. Vaccine. Grants a creature immunity to a specific strain of disease of a level equal to or less than the vaccine's level, +2 item bonus on all saving throws against other strains. If you can make a level 15 vaccine, yeah, you absolutely could. You absolutely could make one that could grant immunity to Blightburn. That would be a cool way to end the campaign if you were trying to save a town affected by Blightburn sickness. Back, what'd you miss? Taking last minute questions and then wrapping up the stream. If a fighter attack of opportunity knocks a creature prone who was mid-burrowing, would it be allowed to continue burrowing, or would it have to stand up first? That's a question. That's a weird... What does it say about burrow in 2E? Burrow. You dig your way through dirt, similar loose material. That's a weird one. That's a really, really weird rules question. Can you trip something that's burrowing? I guess so. I guess in the way that, you throw them off their rhythm and they sort of, fall prone in their tunnel. Yeah, I'd say they would have to stand up. In the same way where if you were digging, on your hands and knees, with your hands and knees through a tunnel, and you, lost your footing, your knee and legs, went out behind you and you fell flat on your stomach, you would have to get back up, quote-unquote. Yeah, I think that would work. Vampire not confirmed. Vampire never confirmed. Ask you Hiss. I bit him and he's not a vampire. I had a ranger idea, a gourd lushy with a skeleton animal companion, collapsed the kitty down and stored it in my head. That's fantastic. I love all the creative ideas of people storing things in their head as gourd lushies. How many sets of dice does it take to make someone a dice goblin? If you have more than triple the number of dice sets than you have active or retired D&D characters, you're a dice goblin. So if you are only playing 2 characters and you've played 3 in the past, but you have more than 15 sets, you're a dice goblin. This does not count one-shot characters. I'm talking full-on campaign characters. Last line in the second description says, but exposure to other forms of Blightburn can cause it to change. Ooh, so it could evolve, basically. But you do get +2 against it, because the vaccine gives +2 against other strains of the same disease. If they get stuck half in the ground, half out, what are you doing, Step Fighter? Uh-oh. Well, that's just... Is it how many dice you have, or the need for more? It's both. It's a mix of both. Typically, if you have too many, there's a reason for that. Is Psychic fun? Yes, Psychic is really, really cool. Because it's a spellcaster that's focused around cantrips, which we haven't seen yet, aside from maybe the Magus. They take cantrips and they augment cantrips, which is one of my most favorite things to do, which is take things that exist in the system and then warp how they work. I love that. How does one become a dice dragon? That's a little different than a dice goblin. Dice goblins play with their dice. Dice dragons leave them in either a special holding cell or in their little cases, and they just have them in cases and never use them. A little hoard. I have 22 sets, and I'm on my first campaign. You're supplying sets to the table. I love that, though. That's fantastic. Dice Goblin Pride. Incredible. I only have like 8 sets of dice total. I'm kind of a dice conservative. But I know I'm weird for that. But alright, that's gonna be it for me, y'all. Thank you so much for keeping me company today, having an awesome fun. Oh, we got one more last minute donation. And since it's $5, let's end this stream off right. Oh, Chase, tell me, what are you saying? Regale me with your words.
Set of dice more than twice because you forgot you owned them. You're a dice goblin, and yes,
Yes.
I am guilty.
Yes, you're incredibly guilty for buying the same set twice. But I do believe it's understandable. Dice Dragon have 5 sets. I've only played virtual. Amazing. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me. You know what I can do for you right now? Just for those of you who are here at the end. How many of you here at the end? We got 110 people chilling here right... Oh, 93 at the end of the stream. This is for you. Hi. I'm over here. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Keep it real. And, see you later. Love y'all.